right, we have started. Hi, Robin.
Hi,
Oh,
Rob.
see, the cameras. I thought I fixed it, but I didn't because whatever.
Son of a biscuit.
Son of a bitch. I'll fix it anyway. Just go like that. Go over here to you and click on that, and just go over here like that. And fix that like that. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yay!
Yeah. So, no, we were not talking. No, I did not pee. I washed my hands. And
Rob peed,
she
and
said,
I could hear
"Are
it.
you?" No,
Well,
she heard the faucet running. Are you peeing? And I'm like, "No. If I was peeing, I would be smart enough to flip my. Can't hear anything like that.
oh,
See."
genius.
Actually, I turned the camera off because I just peed into the garbage can right here. I just peed into that right here. Like you can't.
Gross.
My stupid. Look at that. It's all Bluetooth out. Oh, there goes. I'm invisible. Whatever. It's weird.
That's funny.
So we got something to show everybody right away.
Oh God.
Mar Mussman is here. So Mar Mussman did this thing. Okay, let me show it. Here,
It's awesome.
It's totally awesome. So let me get the picture up first, and then I will switch to the thing.
I freaking love it. I loved it so much. I showed it to my husband. I was like, Scott, look. And he was like, what is this?
Oh, first of all,
it's me and Rob.
Let me put his. Why can't I copy it?
Drake with the sub. Thanks, Drake. I'm thanking people for Rob. That's how this works.
Thank you. I'm trying to find the thing. Okay, first of all, this is from Mar Mussman. He's a community member. He's an artist. He did a Control C. That's why I couldn't do. Okay, here we go. Here's his.
A way better artist than I
Here's his
will
Instagram,
ever be.
everybody. Now, here, let me grab. Where's the thing? Hold on a second. Where's here? It is right here. He did this. Hopefully this will work. If I show it to the camera. Drew this. That's my face.
So awesome.
In a thing, and look, the part of the card is it's just my head because of the whole thing's broken. Anyway, all right, now here's what he did. Let me get it. Go like that, and I'm going to open it like this. All right, and then I'm going to share the screen with everybody. So here it is. Robin, you probably can't see it. You'll have to look on the screen.
Yeah, it's fine.
So this is well, you guys all know what it is, and here I'll go in a little closer. I think that's about as close as I can get. So there's somebody there.
Star Wars.
There's somebody there. Anyway, that's it, everybody. That's awesome. And I think
I look so pretty.
Yeah, that's totally not what that's like 50 pounds ago. I know what
I think that
picture
is like from my Facebook or something because it's the older picture of me. Maybe my Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, he got a picture of me. He photoshopped out something that's on my cheek, and he turned it the other way. In the picture, I'm facing to the right, not to the left. Anyway,
that's awesome.
He does stuff.
That's so cool. That's like a super old picture of me, like 8 years ago.
Yeah, and that picture of me is from 2015, I think.
I was like 5 years young and pretty.
Me too. I was young and pretty. We were both young and pretty.
Once upon a time.
Now we're brother and sisters, and we might have to kiss once, but that's all right. Nobody's gonna
on the cheek. That's fine.
They kissed on the lips, baby. I'll tell you something.
Yeah, but
oh no, she did.
I'm married.
Yeah, I know. But in the Empire Strikes Back, she was trying to make Han Solo jealous, so she kissed him right in the mouth, like bold.
I love you, man.
Which is funny when you think about it.
Matakiri resub, BitBoss. Anyway, so
it's such a cool picture, Marmus. Thank you,
Marmusman is an excellent artist. You guys go to his Instagram.
I love it.
Put it in the
I'm gonna make it my computer background, like my desktop background. Even though right now, look, it will be dethroning Smaug as my computer desktop background. Yeah, Smaug from The Hobbit.
I'm like, that's pretty
okay. I was gonna say, you don't know who Smaug is? Like,
yes, Smaug.
We can't be friends.
Smaug is Benedict Cumberbatch. That's who he is.
Yeah. Yes, and I love that movie, even though most people don't like that movie, but I love it. And I have Smaug as my desktop background.
Those movies are. Why wouldn't people like those movies? What's their problem?
I don't. Everybody. They have really bad ratings. You didn't know that?
You mean like Rotten
I mean, like
Tomatoes
the
and stuff?
general public. Yeah, like they didn't like those
Oh, people are
movies for
stupid.
some reason. I thought they were really good. Granted, I know that they like it probably shouldn't have been a trilogy. I think because like there were bits from the book that were just like really dragged out. Because The Hobbit is a really short book.
Yeah.
If you ever read it.
It was only was it 2 movies
So
or
I mean,
3
I understand
movies?
that complaint. It was 3 movies. It was a trilogy.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't give
I
a
mean
shit. It was
Lord of the
awesome.
Rings, I get it. It's a trilogy. It should have been. But Hobbit should have been 1 movie. Like what's he doing? He was
Well, I disagree with you.
no,
But
because he was milking it because he's like, "Hey, I made 3 movies out of 1 story before. Let me just do it again."
true, but they were so good. And they got to add like a lot more about like the war, with like the orcs and the dwarves and the elves and like all that. It was really good. Okay, I'm gonna
I
shut up
just
now.
watched a movie the other day. The movie's from 1985 and I hadn't seen it in many, many years.
Alien.
Nope, that's from 79.
Okay, I don't know.
It's called Witness with Harrison Ford and Kelly McGillis.
I've never seen it.
And it is Viggo Mortensen's first on-screen appearance. He was one of the Amish dudes.
I don't know who that is.
Viggo Mortensen is the fucking main character of the Lord of the Rings.
Wait, like the dwarf?
No. Help me out, chat. What's his name in this show?
Bilbo?
Aragorn.
Oh,
Aragorn. He's arguably not the main character. He's the most important character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Because doesn't he becomes king, right? Is that how that goes? I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to just be real honest with you. I've seen Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I was correcting you. It's Aragorn, not Aragon.
Oh, it's Aragorn.
Aragon
okay.
is a dragon from a totally different book series.
So I tried to, when we were playing D&D, I tried to shoot a person in the face with a bow and arrow, and my DM told me, this was like 4th edition, my DM told me, you can't do that. You can't use a ranged weapon at point blank range. And I go, tell that to fucking Orlando Bloom, bitch. And he didn't know what I was talking about.
Can't you? It's just with disadvantage.
Yeah, but in 4th edition, he wouldn't even let me do it.
Oh, in 4th edition. I don't know very much about 4th edition.
Because it's not realistic.
Like I flipped through the 4th edition books, but I've never played it. 1, I've never ran it. 2, but I've like seen the books.
I've got all
and
my
I've looked through them. There's cool stuff in the books.
My 4th edition books,
like all
you can still open
powers
them and they go
and stuff
because they've been opened once.
They're still stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my books aren't like that. Well, so the point was in 5th edition you can shoot at melee range, a ranged weapon. You just do so at disadvantage.
Right.
In fact, it's at disadvantage up until well, no, maybe it is just melee range disadvantage. And then outside of the effective range or whatever, it's disadvantage after that, up to the maximum range. Right?
Right.
Something like that. Somebody in chat will be like, no, Robin, you're fucking wrong. But I think that's how it works. I've only been DMing for 4 years and I still don't know all the rules. So
you'll get it eventually.
I think that's how it works though.
You'll get it eventually.
Scuba says yes, unless you're a sharpshooter. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know jack all. Did you ever see the indie Born of Hope movie on YouTube giving Aragorn origin story? No, I haven't seen it, but I want to now. Dragon bait. Yo, you have to link me this. You can PM me in Discord. I want to see this. But I love Lord of the Rings stuff, so I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, Rob.
Okay.
Back when my youngest baby was born, like newborn, right? Because newborns sleep a lot, despite popular misconceptions. Newborns actually sleep like all the fucking time. But they don't sleep for like long periods of time. It's like they'll nap for an hour and then they'll be awake for an hour and then they'll sleep for an hour, kind of, like that. Which is why the phrase, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight, has never made sense to me because babies don't sleep that well, actually. But anyways,
yeah,
I digress.
Now. Babies don't sleep that well.
I digress. So when he was a newborn, and I was on like well, I was going to say I was on maternity leave. No, my husband was on paternity leave. We had like a lot of fucking time on our hands and we would watch movies. And so the baby didn't like to sleep in his own crib. We had a really hard time like getting him to sleep in a crib, but he really liked the swing that we had and we had it set up in the living room.
Yeah.
So we would put him in the swing, he would swing and fall asleep. So we would watch a lot of fucking movies. This is probably the point in my life where I watched the most movies I've ever seen in my life. But I did watch the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy at least once a week. Like, I was so addicted. I love them so much. And that's the kind of person I am. I will rewatch movies that I really like
Yeah.
rather than watch a new movie that
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to like it.
I'm kind of like that. Like I've been on a Tom Cruise kick this week, so I watched Top Gun again.
Oh, I love
watched
Top Gun. I've
I
actually
watched
seen that.
War of the Worlds. I
never
watched
seen
one of my
that.
favorite movies of all time is The Firm, and I've seen that maybe
I've never seen that.
20 times. Oh, it's good.
We can play this game 9 times out of 10. I'll say I've never seen that,
Yeah.
but
Oh, Bumblebee. Yeah, see, Drake, Bumblebee is like free to watch right now. It's a Transformers movie. And I just don't even for free, I don't want to spend the 2 hours. I just don't have any interest in it. I don't know
right.
why. Oh, I rewatched a movie from, I think, 2007 yesterday that I had seen originally one time, and I hadn't seen it since. And after about 10 years, I'll forget enough of a movie that I can actually watch it again and have it be
Yeah.
mostly new. But Disturbia,
Yeah, I've done that many times.
which is Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf.
With Shia LaBeouf, I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, and it's not a remake, but it's heavily influenced by Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, which was like from 1954 with
Never
like
seen
Jimmy
it.
Stewart and stuff. I don't think I've seen that, or maybe I've seen it once. But Disturbia, man, I forgot how much I like that movie. Plus, I think even though he's
I
crazy
don't even
now,
remember it very much, but I've seen it.
I literally thought that Shia LaBeouf was going to be like the next Tom Hanks because of his
Oh,
acting style.
gross.
No, I really
No.
did. I really thought, and he is a good actor. He's just nuts.
Right.
But,
you know what movie? I'm going to interrupt you really quick. You know what movie that whenever somebody says Shia LaBeouf, do you know what movie I think of him being in?
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
I want you to guess. No.
Not Indiana Jones. That's not what I meant. I meant.
Oh, I want you to guess
I'm
a
gonna
movie,
guess.
not Holes. No. It's a movie I've seen, shockingly. So think about that. What kinds of movies I watch?
What has he been in?
If you pay attention.
Transformers?
No, God, no. Gross.
Even Stevens?
No.
Not a movie. Is it Eagle Eye? Drake says.
No.
What
Wasn't he
movie?
the cabbie in Constantine? Shia LaBeouf was in the Constantine movie.
He was in that movie? No way. He was.
Yeah,
not
he
known.
was.
I couldn't have known.
No,
who he
I'm
was at
telling
the
you,
time.
Shia LaBeouf is in Constantine.
All right, let's check it out. Shia LaBeouf, IMDb.
Oh my God, who was fucking right? I was. He was the cabbie in Constantine.
I now I gotta go watch that again.
Oh my God, I love Constantine.
'Cause
It's like my
Wasn't that from
third, like most
2002
favorite
or
fucking
something?
movie ever. I love that
Well, yeah, because
movie.
you've only watched 7
Yeah, with
movies.
Keanu Reeves. And
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf was the fucking cabbie in Constantine. I'm telling you, you have to watch it.
Okay,
You gotta watch it.
here I'm
It's a
trying
good
to find
movie.
what year that was. Oh, here it is, 2005. I was
Like
close.
2000s. Yeah, I was in high school. So
How dare you? How double dare you?
okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No,
you finished.
I don't really have stories with the beginning, middle, and end. There's no such thing.
Gosh,
as that.
I'm sorry. I
There-
feel
you
really
can,
bad.
You can cut my speech off, but you really can't.
You were
interrupt me.
talking about Disturbia and Shia LaBeouf, but it made me think of Shia LaBeouf in Constantine. So
Yeah, and I
Disturbia.
watched-
That's
and
what you were talking about.
Right, and when I watched Constantine, and 15 years ago, didn't know who he was, never had heard of him, right? So it didn't click in my head because I never saw Even Steven or any of that stuff that he did before that. And thank God he's not, like at the end of the Indiana Jones movie that he was in, he goes to pick up the hat and put it on, and Harrison Ford takes it away from him. Thank God. I don't want him to take over anything. You were right about a movie thing.
Because usually you're like, "Oh, Robin, did you know, blah 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 movie fact," and I'm like, "No, I don't. I've never seen it."
Yeah. What did you say
For
your favorite
once.
movie was? Did we cover that?
My favorite movie of all time,
Yeah.
like forever and ever and
Forever
ever.
and ever and ever.
I will watch it no matter what. Yeah, and you guys all made fun of me, so I'm not saying it again.
No, what is it? What is it?
No, literally everybody made fun of me.
No, but
It was
that,
like,
we
"That's
don't
a
care about
horrible
that.
movie.
That's
It's
what we're here
stupid."
for. It's not. Yeah, but it's not. Oh, is it Never Ending Story?
Oh, I do like Neverending Story
Okay,
though.
because
It's
I
in
will
my
make
like
fun
top.
of you if that's your favorite movie.
I'm trying you. I fucking love that movie.
What is your favorite
But no,
movie?
it's not my favorite movie. Oh my gosh, Big Fish with Ewan McGregor.
Oh right, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it comes back now. Oh,
know,
what a terrible
right,
movie!
Because I think what happened. I think what I said about that movie was I saw part of it and couldn't get through it. I couldn't finish it, and I don't know why. I'll give it a chance. Give it another chance. Go watch Big
I love
Fish.
that movie. It's amazing. I
What's-
love it. It's like layered reasons why I like it too. But like the main woman character in that, her favorite flowers are daffodils, and so Ewan McGregor like plants her a field of daffodils. My favorite flowers are daffodils. So like when I saw that, I was just like, oh my god, that's so sweet. Whatever. I was really young when the first time I saw it too. But anyways, it was a really good movie, and I liked how like all it tells the story about how people tell you tall tales about their youth and how they met the person they love or whatever. And then
Yeah.
the son in the movie, when he gets older, he realized that even though his dad's stories were tall tales, there was truth in them. And I just always thought that was such a really sweet. It's a sweet movie when you think about it. Sorry,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, whatever. Okay, yell at me later.
I was 14 when I saw my favorite movie for the first time. You know what my favorite movie is, Robin?
Star Wars.
Well, can you be more specific?
Star Wars: A New Hope.
No.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Star Wars: A New Hope's a
Return
terrible
of the
piece of shit.
Jedi.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's the Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars was when I was 11. Star Wars was my favorite movie for 3 years until I saw Empire Strikes Back, and then I was like, wait a minute, next level shit here.
So I have seen of the original Star Wars movies. I've seen 2 of them.
Messy
Once
Fresh.
each.
What are you doing? Get on this.
And I want to say it's A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
You
Okay.
haven't seen Return of the Jedi?
Then
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I've
You're
never
in
seen
for such a
Return of the
treat.
Jedi.
Oh, you have to watch it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Before you unfriend me, because you probably will after this next statement, I don't like Star Wars that much.
Oh, we're having trouble with Robin's camera, you guys. I can't hear her right now. Can you guys
I
hear her?
really like Star Trek. I've seen every Star Trek movie ever. All of them.
Yeah.
Including Star Trek 2. So
Wait a minute. When you say including Star Trek 2, that's as if it's bad. That's the best one.
Well,
Oh my god. What's your favorite Star Trek movie?
I really liked First Contact.
Okay, of the original series though, of the original 6 first ones, which one's the best?
First one's not that bad.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. So here's the story about the first one. It was totally awesome until other movies came out. The first one's a piece of shit. Everybody hates it.
Okay.
You don't like Star Trek 2? You don't like Wrath of Khan?
No, I like Wrath of Khan.
That's the best one.
It's just, it's good. God. Okay, it's really good. I liked. Okay, you know what? Let's not talk about this. But anyways, so Star Wars. From the I don't know if you call it a reboot, but the new ones they've done. So there was like a new 2 sets of trilogies or whatever. I've seen the first one with Anakin when he was little. I've seen those ones. They were all right. And then the new trilogy with lead female character Rey, right?
Yeah.
That's her name.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen 2 of those. I haven't seen like the last one in it.
How are
What's
you
it
watching
called?
Star
I don't
Wars
know.
movies with skipping one? Like you haven't seen
Because
Return of the Jedi.
I don't
What
know
the
because
fuck?
they're all kind of the same, and they're.
Oh.
I mean, when you think about it, it's not really that hard to follow along with either.
This is
And
painful, everybody. This is very painful for me.
I've seen the Offshoot movie, the Han Solo movie. I saw that one, and I
Total
saw
shit.
Rogue One.
Yeah,
I think it was
I don't
called.
like
I
those
saw that
offshoot
one.
movies. Mainly because when I was in the theater, the first one that came out, which was what, Rogue One, right? And I'm sitting
Sure.
there, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And the movie just starts, and there's no Star Wars music. There's no opening crawl. Right. And I'm like, it took me 45 minutes to recover from that. I was so fucking. I don't even know what happened the first 45. I had to watch it again because I was just sitting there in the theater fuming.
Like, what the fuck did I just
And I'm
watch?
like, what? And I literally laughed because I made a guy who was sitting. What year was this? 2016. I made a guy who was sitting like 10 rows back and off to the side laugh because the movie just starts and you can audibly hear me say in the theater, "What the fuck just happened?" And this guy was, and everybody else didn't laugh, but one guy was laughing in the back. So that's I played the guy in the back of the room.
In my defense, though, I like fantasy, like, whatever you want to call that, sword and sorcery, medieval fantasy, that stuff. I like that stuff way more than I like sci-fi. So it's just hard for me to watch Star Wars because not that it's boring, it just doesn't draw me in the same way like Lord of the Rings does. That's all.
Right, and people ask me all the time, what do you like better, Star Wars or Star Trek? And I'm like, listen, I'm the hugest Star Wars fan there is. I'm the hugest Star Wars fan, but I don't tattoo that shit on my body like I do Star Trek. Fuck you.
That's right. Yeah.
I
like Star Trek way more,
Yeah.
and I think probably because it's more of like a sort of like politicky social sort of show. So
it
I like
has more to do with the real world than Star Wars does.
Exactly.
Star Wars is complete fantasy, whereas Star Trek.
But I like fantasy. I just don't like fantasy in space. It's weird for me. I don't know. It's hard to like pin it down why I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars.
Yeah, but, you'll get into arguments with people because Star Wars is not sci-fi; it's fantasy.
I mean, it's science fiction fantasy, though.
Yeah, it is. If there's such a thing, yes.
Because it takes place in space. They have spaceships. They have laser swords.
Yeah,
lightsabers.
So I was in 5th grade when Star Wars came out, and I hadn't seen it, but my friend had, and he goes, Rob, you got to see this movie. This is the best movie ever. And I'm like, okay, explain it to me. And he goes, okay, and he just gets this look on his face, and he goes, there's robots, right? And I'm thinking like Silent Running or one of the, just like Robbie the Robot from whatever. And he goes, right, okay, but he goes, no, but then there's laser swords. And I go, you mean guns that are lasers and they're swords? And he goes, no. He goes, you just have to see it. And then there's this dude and he's a bad guy. Oh my God. And he was so beside himself he couldn't even fucking explain it to me. And then I go to the theater and see this movie and I walk out a changed person. I was an 11-year-old kid. I walked in the theater. 2 hours later, I walk out completely different person.
Aww.
Yeah. Totally changed
my life.
That's
adorable.
A lot of people my age will tell you that same.
Right.
The special effects, the movie making, the music. George Lucas admitted that the music is 60% of the movie, which I think it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Crazy. Anyway, Star Wars, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Star Trek was a different experience for me because
I know I made a lot of people in chat hate me, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, Star Trek is different though because my experience growing up with Star Trek was it was on TV and it was every single day and it was it was on 5 days a week and it was just over and over and over and I loved it. And then the movie came out. I was 13. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so it was crazy.
Right.
But
what's your favorite? Okay, if you couldn't pick the original series, what's your favorite series of Star Trek?
Next Generation.
I like Next Generation. For me, it's a tie between Next Generation and Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
Deep Space Nine was
didn't
amazing.
care for Deep Space Nine. Voyager was okay. Didn't care for Enterprise. Voyager. The main thing about Enterprise that ruined the whole series for me.
I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to say anything plot-wise. So, my friend and I are, since like 1972, best friends.
That's the new one, right? Enterprise. Well, it's like newish.
It's the last one that was on network TV, I think.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So, we're just hyped up as shit, and it's 2001, right? It's like the September 11th, and then this show premiered, so it was really important that we bond over it and not, stop crying and everything else, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I drive from Los Angeles to his house in Seattle just to watch this and to watch the Arizona Diamondbacks kick ass in the World Series. But anyway,
Gross.
you shut up. So we
Diamondbacks?
sit down. It's like total like people over, popcorn ready. Everybody's ready. Everybody's fucking none of this DVR shit. It was live. And the show starts, and it's an awesome opening where the Klingons are chasing them. I don't really remember. I think the first episode's called Broken Arrow. And then it goes to the break. It fades out to go to commercial, and then this happens. Been a long time getting from here to there, and I'm like, no. And we all fucking were beside ourselves. We wanted to start again crying, not because of Osama bin Laden, but because of Star Trek.
Oh
my god. And I love Scott Bakula. I love some of the actors on that show. But oh god. And then so like a year later, I actually heard that theme in a grocery store. I had gone to the bathroom in the grocery store, and I could hear the Muzak, and it was the Star Trek theme. But it wasn't the theme, it was the Muzak version of that theme.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, no! And so, yeah, so that ruined it all for me.
Right. I've never seen it. So I'm going to watch it, though. Right now we're watching, I've told you before, we only watch like one TV show at a time because we try to watch, me and my husband, we try to watch our shows like together. So right now we're watching The Big Bang Theory, which is really funny. And I had never seen it before. So we're watching that. We really like dorky,
So that was on
sitcoms or
11
whatever.
years, I believe, and I've seen every single episode.
Yeah.
Yep. I have
We're
some
in
of the
season
DVDs.
4
Yep.
now,
Awesome.
so we're not doing too bad. No spoilers because I've not seen it yet. He's already seen it. I guess he watched it when he was like, young and a bachelor or whatever. My husband. I've never seen it. And then after this, I would like to
it was only over last year.
watch Enterprise. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going on for that. That's awesome.
It was on from like
okay.
Whatever.
I have a question for you next.
Okay.
Babylon 5 or Stargate SG-1?
Oh, Stargate SG-1.
Okay.
Even though I have a friend
Messi
that
says
was
he
on
watched
Babylon
it in Afghanistan, so that was like when we were still together and couldn't watch TV together. Jackass. No, I'm just kidding. He's such a jackass for watching shows without me in Afghanistan.
Yeah, how dare he?
How dare he?
Be at war
kidding.
watching TV without you.
I'm sorry. So you said
Had a
you
friend
said
who was on
Stargate.
one episode of Babylon 5, but even though that's true, I still go Stargate. Yeah, Stargate.
Okay.
And I haven't.
So Stargate or Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
So
this might inform my choices of shows to watch next.
It's also
I've seen Stargate SG-1, all of it. I've never seen Babylon 5 or Battlestar Galactica, so I was trying to pick between those two.
My misconnection wife, Lucy Lawless, is in that show.
Oh, I love Lucy Lawless.
Yeah, she didn't marry me.
Oh,
I know. So
she was in several shows that I really like that some people may not have, like, I don't know, they don't seem that like huge. Well, Spartacus was pretty huge. I'm sure you've probably seen Spartacus.
Right, no, it's on my list that you told me to watch, but I haven't seen it.
Now I know how it feels when you guys are always like, oh, you haven't seen that movie? How have you not seen that movie? How have you not seen Spartacus? It's so good.
No. So
you get to see Lucy Lawless
if
you watch it.
So, okay, just calm down a minute. Hold on. When you say to me, I can't believe you haven't seen Spartacus, what you're saying is, I can't believe you haven't watched this little teeny show on a cable network that most people don't even have, whereas when I say to you, you haven't seen Empire Strikes Back, this is a movie that out of 7 billion people, 6.8 billion people have seen it. Like, I can't believe you haven't.
But look, movies, TV shows, totally different ballgame. I will watch TV shows. You know, like
Well,
nobody's business.
now. Oh,
Movies,
speaking
it's
of
always
which,
like such a commitment. You have to like sit there for the whole 2 hours, 2.5
Jesus
hours,
Christ, oh
3
my God.
hours in some cases. I will only do that with Lord of the Rings.
Tonight,
Okay.
tonight is tonight is the 2-hour series finale of Agents of Shield. I'm kind of excited about that.
I need to watch it.
I've seen it all. Now, let's get into this. Fucking Disney.
Oh,
Everybody.
Disney. Disney, what have you done? Girl. No,
So,
no,
for those that
no.
don't know,
We
Disney
should make that a
Plus.
soundbite.
Disney Plus is, I think, $60 a year, something like that. You have to have a subscription. And people, I think parents will care about this. I don't, but Mulan is going to be $29.99. It's going to be $30 to watch Mulan, plus the subscription. So nobody gives a shit about that. But I think they're going to release Black Widow and probably every Marvel movie and probably every movie from now on, and they're going to charge $30 for people to watch it. That is a cunty move, Disney. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's cunty.
So it's $30 even if you have a Disney Plus subscription? Yeah, that's dumb.
So it's not even if, it's you must have. You can't watch it unless you're a subscriber. So you have to subscribe and pay $30.
Well, I am a subscriber. But
Oh yeah, but
I'm not gonna pay extra. Then that's like I should just buy it on DVD or Blu-ray
Well,
at that
probably
point.
what they'll do though is in like 4 or 6 months it'll just be free. But if you want to watch it right away, which everyone will, right? All the kids will be like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," and because things are the way they are today, you can't go, "Shut up," before I give you something to cry about, like my parents did.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we have Disney Plus for 2 reasons. 1, we have children. 2,
Right, makes
it's
sense.
free for us.
Yeah, through
like
Verizon,
we
yeah.
get it free through Verizon. So
yeah, I'm okay
I'm
with
not
their,
paying $30 for
yeah,
Mulan.
I'm okay with their $7.80 a month is what
Right.
it costs me, and I get Disney and Hulu and ESPN or whatever. I'm okay with that. But you gonna charge me $30 for a movie? No. And I guess their feeling is, hey, listen, if you go down to the mall and park and get popcorn, well, are you giving me popcorn? No, you're not giving me popcorn. You giving me soda? No. Are you parking my car for me in my garage? No. It costs you nothing to fucking send us this movie, but since you have to pay all your corporate stockholders, I don't know. I don't begrudge them making money. It's just that seems a little outrageous.
That reminds me, Rob, since we're talking about Disney, do you, in general, are you willing and open to watching movies that are generally meant for family viewing, like Disney movies? Like, would you, if I was like, hey, Rob, there's a movie you have to see, would you be like, ew, gross, that's like a kids/family movie?
No, not necessarily. So I'm less inclined to watch it if it's animated. I'm less inclined.
It is animated.
I'm less inclined to watch it if it has anthropomorphication in it, like it's animals.
I mean, it's not animals.
I'm less inclined to watch it if it's designed for people under like 12. So like, I'll give you some examples. I was thrilled to watch Aladdin when it came out in '92 with Robin Williams, right? Like I like that.
Amazing movie.
My girlfriend in 1989 forced me, if she had a gun, she would have held it to my head, forced me to go to Little Mermaid, and I actually enjoyed the movie.
A good movie also.
Although I was pissed off that movie was 69 minutes. It's an hour and 9 minutes. I felt ripped off.
Right. Yeah. It's too short.
Right.
Agreed.
Now, I've also seen all the classics when I was a kid, my mom,
of course.
Bambi and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Dumbo, which if you watch Dumbo nowadays, there's some crazy shit in that movie. I never realized it when I was a kid, but I'm telling all of you adults out there, go watch Dumbo one more time with adult eyes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Good point, John CC. I never know how to say his name.
I love you, man.
I did like the Shrek movies because they're really smart.
I like the
and
Shrek, but they
have
also have adult
adult
humor in them.
right? They're for
Yeah,
kids, but they're
yeah.
not. Hey, what's up,
This
Sean?
one
Thanks
has
for
like
the
a
thanks for the subscription.
smidge of adult humor.
All right,
But
what's the movie?
Rob, I think you will like this movie, even though it doesn't. It has some things that you will not like about it. Being, well, one, it's animated, and two, it's kind of a kids movie. But okay, you have to. And I don't think it's a Disney movie. I think it's DreamWorks maybe or Pixar. I
Okay.
forget. But it's called Onward, and we watched it recently, and it made me cry. But it was so good, like such a good movie. You should see it, and it's
Yeah, isn't William
fantasy
Shatner in that movie?
bent. Maybe, I don't know. It's really good,
Tom
and
Holland
you
and
might
Chris.
actually like it, Rob, because I
Okay.
know deep down inside you have one of those hearts that will just, you'll realize, oh, this is like a feel good movie.
How dare
And
you?
you'll probably like it.
How dare you portray me as some sensitive, nice person? Okay,
It's a
I'll
good
watch it.
movie.
Onward. I'm gonna leave this.
I won't
browser
spoil anything
Okay.
about it, but it's a good movie. You should
open.
watch it.
Onward. Okay, I will.
It's
I'll watch
called
I'll watch
Onward.
it tonight.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'll watch it tonight.
Yay!
Avatar.
And then
How do I
report back
feel
to
about?
me.
So
I
Scuba,
fucking love it.
you gonna ask me how do I feel about Avatar itself, or how do I feel about the Avatar series? Let me answer the last one first.
Which Avatar are we talking about
Avatar,
here?
the
Blue
not
People Avatar or
yeah,
Avatar
not
the Last
human
Airbender?
not that shit. No.
What? I love that. Oh.
So Avatar is what you're referring to, Scuba? I'm assuming the blue people who
Right.
aren't real. So first of all, Sigourney Weaver, I don't give a shit how old she is. She's fucking hot. Okay, I'm gonna just get that out of the way. My
Agreed.
favorite.
She's a great looking person.
She's a handsome woman, as they say. She's like 70. She's so hot. Anyway, yeah, wait, 13, 29, 16. She's 70. She's 16 years old. Because when I was 13 and saw Alien, she was 29, and I was so into her, and I'm still into her, and I'll never not be into her. She'll be dead, and I'll still be into her. Okay.
Oh, I like
Wally was
Wally
okay.
too.
Now, what do I think about the Avatar series? It's bullshit because there's supposed to be 6 of them, and there's not even number 2 yet. And that guy's fucking sitting on his ass not doing anything. Okay, what did I think of Avatar itself? I did not see it in 3D. I refused to do it. And I did watch the movie on cable one time, and it was okay. There's a
Yeah, I
lot
didn't
of
like it
fucking
very
American
much.
Indian bullshit, political shit shoved in my face. I didn't like. But, yeah, anyway, that's what I think. I don't have much to say about it.
I didn't like it that much either. It didn't really, like, I don't know, something about that movie just missed the mark for me. And I like fantasy movies, and it was kind of, fantasy-esque.
The other one I meant to watch that Nafam mentioned is I did like The Incredibles, and I've been meaning to watch Incredibles 2.
Is that the animated superhero family?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one.
And
Once.
I'm predisposed to like it because Craig T. Nelson is from Spokane, so he's a connection. Even though I've never met him personally, he grew up here. He went to not the same high school as me, but he did go to high school here. And you don't know who that is, do you?
No. Sorry.
Do you remember a TV series called Coach?
It sounds familiar. Who was in it?
Craig T. Nelson. Jerry Van Dyke.
Who else was in
Dick
it?
Van Dyke's brother.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I've
See,
seen this
he's Coach,
TV
this
show.
guy. He's the dad in The
Yeah.
Incredibles. Yeah.
Oh! I didn't know it was the same guy.
Right.
Would have never known.
Hoffren says for me to remove the child from the stream. What is he talking about?
No, I've seen Coach, you guys. It was on when I was
remove
little.
Robin from the stream. The child. I get it.
Yeah, they don't like me anymore.
No, they like you. They tease you. We tease because we love Robin. If you don't like somebody, you don't tease them. You tell them, hey, listen, fuck you.
Look, no, but I recall what Coach is. It just wasn't a show that I watched.
Well, because it's not your time.
It was
Yeah.
not
Did you see
interesting to
Poltergeist?
me. I've never. Well, okay. In my defense, I've not seen a lot of movies. Everybody, please remember that. I'm not really a movie watcher. I'm a TV show watcher. No, I've never seen Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, I think you would. I don't know. Messi could help you with it, but I think it's good. But
ask me about real nerd things. I watch every anime ever. I've seen so much anime. It's not even funny.
Akira.
I watched. I've seen Akira actually. Okay, the first anime movie I ever saw was actually Princess Mononoke, which is a fucking creepy movie. You should watch it. Really good. 10 times better than The Princess Bride.
No.
Okay. I've seen the really, really old Dragonlance movie.
Horrible.
There's an animated Dragonlance
Yeah, with
movie. I've
Kiefer
seen
Sutherland,
that.
a fucking piece of
Yes, with
garbage.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh god, I'm so mad. Because I love Dragonlance. Matter of fact, I took the. You guys probably all got
Right,
an
you
email
sent me
today.
the book.
Yeah, but I took the survey. Did you get an email from Watsy
I
today?
did. I took the survey. I did not pick Dragonlance.
I picked
as
Dragonlance and
setting
nothing
it.
else. And then it says,
I picked Spelljammer though. How could you not pick Spelljammer, Rob? I hate you right now. You're the
I've
reason they won't make Spelljammer.
played Spelljammer ever. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Rob. Now they're never gonna come out with a fucking Spelljammer game because you didn't pick it.
Well, thank God they didn't ask for my name or email, because if they did, then Dragonlance would be gone now, because they'd be like, "Oh, he said that." They fucking hate me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to defend my nerdiness for a second because I know you guys always pick on me for not seeing all these fucking movies and shit. But I'm nerdy in other ways. Thank you very much.
I don't know.
That sounds really gross. I'm nerdy in other ways.
I'm nerdy in other ways.
When I was 12 years old, okay,
Here we
I
go.
won the local Pokemon trading card game championship
all right, you're a nerd.
at my shopping mall.
Yeah, you're a nerd.
My brother had the highest score on the Gauntlet Legends machine at our arcade. Ooh, how many of you guys know what a fucking arcade is? No, I'm kidding. My brother had the high score on the Gauntlet Legends arcade machine for 4 straight years. Suck it. Okay.
Here's how much of a nerd I am with arcades. Do you know the game Robotron 2084?
Yes.
Okay. Very impressed, actually. So
I've never played it, but I've seen videos of it.
I got Xbox 360 the many years ago, right? And I got a couple games with it, like Madden Football or whatever. I didn't even play the games I got with Xbox 360 for like a month, because all I did was sign up for Xbox Online and play Robotron 2084. Fucking 8 hours a day. That was such a great game. I loved it. I still do.
There's this game that came out that I really want to get, and I think it's on the Xbox or the PlayStation or the computer. Look, I don't play that many video games anymore, which is weird because I used to like do esports journalism and play video games like all the fucking time. But anyways, I want this game called Satisfactory. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the whole point of the game is to build an efficient factory with like conveyor belts, and I don't know. I really like simulation games like that. I love them.
That's my favorite.
City builders.
Oh, totally.
Fucking love them.
Okay,
yes.
Now we can be friends again.
Yay!
Today I played like Railway Empire like all day.
Love Railway Empire.
I just bought the whole collection and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had Railway, but now I got all the DLC.
Right.
And god damn it, I couldn't get 50 loads of lumber to the fucking and then you lose, and then it yells at you.
But Tower was super fun. It was like one of the first games I ever played when I was little.
I like Railroad Tycoon. Probably my favorite game, probably my favorite turn-based game is Age of Empires 2. I love
Age of Empires 2. Get the fuck out of here. It's like one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, so I've been playing it since whatever, 1996 or whatever, however long it's been out. Okay. And then I just bought like last year or year before, I bought the definitive reboot or whatever with all the new graphics and everything. It's on Steam. Mm-hmm. And I got my friend into so here's what's really funny. You guys all know, if you've watched me long enough, you know who Jeff is, my friend that I've known since 1972. He's like my brother. He's like my best friend. And he got me into computers, and he he studied computers in college. He went to work for a company called Itron for like 9 years. and in Spokane, and then he moved to Seattle and he worked for IBM for 20 or 21 years. So he's a total
Wow.
computer guy. He's a total computer guy. But he's not necessarily a video gamer that much per se, right?
Mhm.
But he loved Age of Empires, and I got him into it in like '01 or '02. And so we played, like I went to visit him at his house and we basically just did LAN parties at his house and we played Age of Empires. I'm not kidding. We slept and ate and played that game for like 3 weeks in a row, just
That's awesome.
nonstop. And then of course we didn't do it for like 15 years. And then about a couple years ago, I said, "Oh yeah, they got a new edition on Steam." And he goes, "Oh, you don't say." And I said, "I'll send it to you." So we play a game. We set up a game, and for those of you that have played, it takes hours to do it. So we played for like an hour and a half, and he goes, "Oh, you know what? I got to stop." And ever since that day, we have an ongoing joke now, which is I'll say I'll call him up and go, "When are we gonna finish our game?" And he'll go, "Ooh, that's a tough one." And it's been 2 years. Like if I called him on the phone, here, I'll do it right now. I'm gonna call him right now, see if he answers.
Oh snap! Live.
Yeah, it's gonna be live. Hold
What-
on. Hey Siri, call Jeff.
No.
Yes.
Mobile. The live Twitch phone a friend.
There we go.
Hello?
Hey man, when are we gonna finish our game?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay, so you're on stream, and I've been telling everybody about us playing Age of Empires since like 2001, and I said, "Oh, I have this joke with him where we played a game like 2 years ago, and we did it for 90 minutes, and we haven't got back to him." And I said, "I'll call him right now, and I guarantee he'll say that's a tough one." So I just wanted to prove to everybody. Anyway, say hi to the crowd, Jeff.
Hi, everybody.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, Jeff.
Bye. I've never put him on stream. He's my best friend. He's
Oh.
never been on stream. I'll
That's
probably hear about that later. Don't call me and put me on the spot like that. He's pretty cool about it.
Awesome.
Anyway, see, I told you.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a tough
I'm
one.
glad we have similar taste in video games. That's awesome. Because in
Yeah.
the future, when I find some game, I'll be like, "Oh, Rob might like this too."
Yeah. Yeah, and I
I
everyone
don't-
knows I
I don't
also
play games.
I love board games, but I have found out like Dice Forge is one of my favorite games. People don't like that game, but I love it. But I absolutely love playing it online better than in person because all the automation, right? And
Yeah.
I find that
Forge in person is a fucking pain. I
Yeah,
don't like it.
the only thing is on a
I have
computer
it. I'll go fetch it right now.
on a computer game, you can you get lazy and you get things are repetitive and you get the way you click your mouse and the way you hit the keyboard and everything. And the only thing about computer gaming is if there's not a verification system, you can hit a button like, "Oh, I want to make this move. Wait, oh fuck, I fucked the whole game because I did this one wrong move." Yeah, I hate that. But,
Yep.
just don't be old like me and you won't have that problem.
Well, like the thing with Dice Forge is so for anybody in chat who's never played it or never seen it, it has like these dice, and you can pop the faces off the dice and exchange them for other dice faces.
Right.
And I have the real version of the game. Like some of
Yeah.
the dice faces are like stiff as fuck
Yeah.
and really hard to pop off. And other ones, because we played it so much, they're like loose, so they like fall off sometimes when you roll
Yeah.
the dice. And it's just like it's a hot mess to play like
Yeah.
in person.
That's why people my friends that play like Sven likes it because he bought me the game for Christmas, and then I bought the expansion. So, but
Right.
the other friends that we have that game locally here, they don't like it because you got to take. So it's kind of hard to describe it's plastic faces that you can pop
go
out
grab
and pop in, and so while she's going to get that, so. The suggested method is to take another face and sort of wedge it in there and twist it, but it gets to be where you do that and you twist it and it ping and it flies 20 feet across the room, or it won't come out or whatever. But when she comes back with it, you guys will see. It's a fun game though, Dice Forge. You guys should check it out. It's like $25. Here she is. Dice Forge. I could have got mine too.
Dice Forge.
Thank God you're not as lazy as I am.
Oh, well, I'm like
mine's
10 feet from our board game.
Mine's
so.
right there on the floor. I can't even see it. It's right there. I guess you guys are. I'm in the holodeck, so you guys. When I point over there, it doesn't mean anything to you, but it is 10 feet away.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the dice, right? A little
Right.
6-sided dice. Okay, I'm gonna try and pop a piece off. I can't
Um,
I'm on push to talk, so
Okay. While you're fidgeting with that, I will tell you those dice are not set up to play. You've got different faces on there than the starting faces. So see, she's just trying.
I can't even pop
So,
it off.
Get a face, Robin, and twist.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The rest of them are like in here though. Oh no, that's right. They're in the sleeve. We haven't played it in a while.
Yes. It's one die, multiple dice. He is right. I try to break myself. I try to break myself of saying dice when I'm talking about one. Yeah, now, here she goes. Now, when she gets that out, if she doesn't put her finger on there, it flies 20 feet. So imagine doing this multiple times every turn, replacing a face with another face. But a game is so cool, though. It's such a great game. So if you guys are interested in this game just to see what it is, go watch, go to YouTube and watch a Dice Forge video. Probably 8 minutes or something.
Okay, so that's how all the dice, plural, work.
Yeah. Do you guys have the expansion?
We do not.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you know what's going on in the expansion?
I do not. No.
So there's two. The expansion comes with 2 separate games inside of one, and basically there's a separate track that you can go up or down to do different shit and fight gods.
Oh,
and everything.
so kind of like pick your own expansion in the expansion, kind of like how Terraforming Mars expansions are.
Exactly.
You can like kind of pick and choose.
Super
cool.
fun. Terraforming Mars, big box on the way.
We have an unhealthy board game obsession in our house. We have over 100 board games. I've shown you like my shelf before, and I've posted it in your Discord. We have a lot of board games. This is quite possibly like the one game that my kids will be like, "Hey, can we play Dice Forge?" And I'll be like, "Not tonight." not that. Anything but that, please.
You have 100 board games, but you have 5 people. I have 100 board games, and it's just me. And I counted the other day, I've done 61 Kickstarters.
But we have Kickstarter games too. One of them has never delivered, and I'm very upset about that.
Oh yeah, was it GeoQuester? Yeah, I know all about that. $500. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Geo. No, it was a board game called, which really frustrates me because other people claim on the Kickstarter page that they have received theirs. So it's even more frustrating. It's like a tile placement game. Zoography is what it's called, and we bought it for the kids because our kids really like tile placement games. And if you don't play board games, then it's a Carcassonne style. I don't know. You place tiles down and you like build things. Anyways, so I thought the kids would like it because it's zoo themed. So you like build a zoo and you get like lions and pandas and whatever. So I backed it for the kids. And we never got it. And I backed it at like the fucking collector's edition box level. So
do you think you might still get it because other people have got theirs?
I was going like when my life isn't so fucking busy because I'm a little in over my head sometimes with things that I'm doing. And I kind of work myself to the bone. One of these days I will email them and be like, "Hey, where's my game?" Because so what happened was they were supposed to ship like a year ago, but shipping was delayed and we were moving here to Chicago. And during that time I even went into the backer kit or whatever and like changed my address after we were done moving to ensure that once they did ship, I would get my fucking copy. So I don't know if something happened. Maybe they didn't ship until after we had moved and I changed my address. So I don't know why we never got our game. I'll contact them someday.
Meanwhile, you are too busy to do things.
I'm sorry.
But you took time out to make this 6-page PDF.
I did.
And
that was I didn't feel like doing anything else last night except that. So
that's awesome. So she made the README for team. Here's all the Team 2 members, and then she's got a table of contents, how to contact me.
Not
And
even
then-
that good. I've done other PDF work that's better than that. That was very. I did it in one night, so
Yeah,
very
but I'm just making the point
simplistic.
that you did. And then here's module loading. And by the way, this is in my Discord, everybody. You can go and get a copy of this if you want. But yeah,
Like-
Robin put this together, and then she goes, "Hey, do you like this?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I was freaking out. That's awesome."
If you look at the PDF I did for Whimsical Heroes, that's a beautiful PDF that I'm very proud of that I did. I love that PDF. I'm so proud of. I did it all by myself too. So, anyways, okay. I like that one because it has all the Team Tui. So if anybody's ever interested in like what has Matakuri made, they can just click Matakuri in that PDF and just go see what Matakuri has made,
Right.
et cetera, with everybody on Team Tui. So I like it. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. People
What's
are
up,
just making stuff for
Caesar?
me and then PMing me, "Hey Rob, what do you think of this?" I'm like, "I didn't know you were doing any special projects." Yeah, it's awesome.
Ooh, I made tokens for Diablo Bob yesterday too. You should show those
For
to
the
chat.
the portals, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, hey, I think I have that be in your chat. Let's see.
They were in Team Tui chat.
Oh, Team Tui chat. Right. Let me go show those real quick. I will show those to everybody. Here, let me switch the screen.
Because I like them. And I don't care what anybody says. I like the tokens I
Here's
made.
the stairs. Are they going up or are they going down, everybody? Is it up or is it down? And then here is a door, open door, and a closed door right there. So she's making tokens for free because we can't talk her and try and take money for it. And
I don't want to skew your profit margins or whatever. I like them though.
No, my whole thing is lift every boat. Like my whole thing is I want everybody on the team to do well and everybody make money. I mean,
and I put those in Fantasy Grounds too, and I looked at them on the map. The stairs look really good on a map. The doors, because they're flat in this dimension, second dimension, they're 2D this way. But most battle maps, you're technically supposed to be looking like top down. It's whatever. They work just fine, but they're just not in the right. I don't know the word for that. They're not in the right perspective, but it's fine. I like them. It's a open door and a closed door. It's genius. Okay. Anyways.
So
enough about the things I've worked on this week. What have you worked on this week, Rob?
That's easy. Nothing. I'm always working. I keep trying to explain to people, I'm the actor who became the producer. I still do. Like, there's this one module I'm going to do. I wanted to do it. But you know what? But it's only going to take me 5 seconds. That's a little bit of hyperbole, everybody. Team Tui has no jobs currently. Our queue is empty. But there is one that I've saved for myself because I wanted to do it because I thought it'd be fun. But I don't do much module creation anymore. I do some, like this one here. But my main thing I do now is customer service, cleanup, backup, update, help the other guys do their thing, kind of a thing. Rob, can I send you a link of the thing I made? I don't want it to be that guy, but it bugs you all the time, especially if him. Yeah, send it to me.
The thing he made is awesome. That's all. I have already firsthand knowledge of what it is, and it's awesome, and I love it.
I can't wait to see it. Do you know about Mad No Man's character sheet enhancer?
Do I know about it? No, I don't know.
So this is a thing coming soon. Coming very soon. As a matter of fact, he's going to be on our Sunday show on August 30th, I think, but it'll be done before that. It's a thing. So check this out. First of all, I'm just going to try to remember what it does. It does so much stuff.
Oh God.
So first of all, it puts your XP on the front page, so you don't have to click to open it. It's
on thank God. I love it already.
Yeah, and I was like, that's it. You don't have to tell me anything else. That's all I care about.
Give it to me now.
On the log sheet page, he has number of crits, number of fumbles, number of damage. yes, all this fucking shit. It's gonna be so cool.
Yes. I want it now.
when you
Can I have it right now?
he's not done. He's not done. When you put it,
Son of a bitch.
when you put when you make a character, you drag your class over. You get
Mhm.
sneak attack. It puts sneak attack on your actions page from my coding package,
Ooh.
and it does that for everything: class, feats, everything.
Ooh.
Spell,
Question. I have
Yeah,
a question. You're probably
okay.
the wrong person to ask this. But will it do that for homebrew everything else? Like if I'm using a homebrew class,
I'm
will
gonna
it automatically drag things that to the actions
Your
tab
assumption
from other
is right. I am the wrong
Mm.
person to ask about that. I don't know the answer. Okay.
Okay. Because for the record, Robin plays with a lot of homebrew shit, so
Right.
I need to know will it work for my custom stuff. Okay.
You'd have to
Carry
ask
on.
him.
Carry on.
All right. On the
Okay.
inventory tab. Oh, and when you drag an inventory item in, sword plus one, actions tab.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Well, doesn't it already do that?
No. When you drag the inventory item, not the code, but the inventory. If you go to the Dungeon Master's Guide, put a sword plus one on your inventory.
Right.
It puts the
Fantasy
code.
Grounds already does that.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
I think so.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Okay.
I'm just going from what I remember because I was freaking out. I couldn't handle it.
Okay.
On the inventory page, coins up top, not on the bottom anymore. Coins up top.
Okay. I mean, that's,
But
preference,
I forever,
whatever, neither here nor there.
And by the way, it's optional. You don't have to do it.
Right.
But I forever am going to my. How much money do I have? Click and
Right,
then
yeah.
scroll.
Oh,
Right.
see, that's the thing. I'm never a player, so.
How dare you. All right. Also,
I'm always a dungeon master, man. I don't know these player problems. They're beneath me.
SP, EP, GP, and PP all pre-done on the character sheet, so you don't have to type them in.
Oh,
Boom.
okay. Cool. Like that.
There's like 100 more things. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be called...
I'm already sold.
Yeah.
Like, I was already sold. You said XP on the front page. I was like, okay, fucking gimme.
Gimme, yeah.
That's awesome. I need it. When's it releasing?
In a few days-ish.
In a few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
will try to wait.
He wanted to come on the show a week earlier.
Mm-hmm.
On the 23rd, and we already had somebody else there or whatever. So
wait, so you're telling me you're not gonna release it until he can be on the show?
No. He said that. He goes, I'll hold it, and I go, no. I go, don't do that. I said, what you do is you release it right away when it's ready, so people like Robin get it right away, and then on the show, a couple weeks, week and a half later, we do a show about it and get another bump and get the word. It's like special. It's like a movie in selected theaters, and then wide release. Yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Unless you're Disney, you just fucking charge everybody $30. Those goddamn bastards.
Fuck EP. That
what
doesn't
movie
exist.
am I supposed to watch again? I better write this down.
Onward.
Yeah, Onward.
It's like I don't know if it's DreamWorks or Pixar. You'll know it when you look it up.
I don't need to write it down because I have the link up right here. It's on Disney Plus.
Nice. It's such a good movie, Rob. You should watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Okay.
Yes. Tell me. You have to tell me if it makes you cry. If you even shed one tear, you have to tell me.
So I'll tell you right away before I even watch the movie. I'm a very emotional story watcher. Right?
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So like
we're the same person.
On the sitcom when the couples fight and then they get back together, I'm like, "Oh my god! They got a hold of me."
I'm the same way. I get really invested into the media that I consume.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. I totally when I watch if it's characters I like so movies are harder because television shows you get to know these people years and years, right?
Yeah, years.
But movies are harder. But even after 2 hours, I can do it. But if I like the characters, it's almost like I subject myself. I'm a member of this group of people. Mm-hmm. Like I'm affected by it. Yes. Yeah, I get crazy.
Yes.
And I've said to friends of mine, like when I was a teenager and we're watching movies and we're all 18 or 19 or something, and And I wait out of my periphery. I'm waiting for the person on either side of me to go, "Are you?" And before they can even get it out, I'm like, "That's right. What about it?"
Yes. I totally agree.
So
But
I'm an
like,
easy crier. The funny thing
I'm
is
an easy
that
crier too.
I've had girlfriends just completely yell in my face for 10 minutes and then nothing, right? And then like,
Right. That's
you
different.
cried when Ross and Rachel broke up, but I'm going to break up with you and you're not crying. And I'm like, yeah.
This is different.
It's too real. I can't cry.
Right. I
Yeah.
try not, like, I'm not like, I don't cry that much, like, in real life. Like, when I'm upset, like, there have been times where I've been upset and, cried or whatever, and I'm an ugly crier too, so but it's like, I don't know what it is about movies. I guess they choke me up more than, like, full on crying, but I've seen many, many movies where I'm like, "My eyes are burning. There's tears in my eyes,"
Yeah.
like, just
I mean,
trying to, like, fight it back.
I can't tell you the number of times I've been choked up watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And for
I've never
some
seen it.
reason, I don't even know why this is, but when Clark Gregson or Greg Clarkson or whatever who plays Coulson, when
Mhm.
he says, "We'll return in a moment," that gets me every time. Doesn't even matter what's happening, because I'm like, "Oh my God, the trouble's over." Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
he's gonna say it one last time tonight, and I'll probably cry. But
Scuba said, "I guess I don't care about you as much as the fake people on the magic bar."
that's right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Rob.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm an emotional story watcher.
Mhm.
And
We're all
also
human.
doesn't matter if I've seen it 50 times. I'll do it
Oh,
again.
yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes I'll get more
Yeah,
sad on, like, a future viewing.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm weird.
And yeah, and it for some reason it's parent child and
Oh,
and
yeah.
and love and
Yeah.
husband wife boyfriend girlfriend
Right,
husband
right, right,
husband
right.
wherever the fuck it is. It gets me.
Yeah. Dude, like, anything parent-child, like, the mom died or the dad died or,
Yeah.
they lost a kid or whatever, and that's, like, their sad bit in the movie. Fuck, man, that shit fucks me up, like, every time. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't take it. I can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
probably because I am a
I'll tell
parent.
you what though too. I'll tell you the genius of how they do this to me and why it's not so effective in real life is there's no when someone's yelling at me in real life, there's no music bed under it.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and that it's
fucking
the music.
swelling
Yeah,
score.
the swelling score will swell my tears. And I'm like, here it
Right.
comes.
You're like, "Oh, there's the violins now."
Yeah. Yeah,
It is.
it's a
Exactly what
really
it is.
weird phenomena, and I've watched certain things with other people, and then chokes me up, and I look over, and they're fucking robots, and I'm like,
Yeah, my husband
yeah.
fucking or, like, he's even, like, not found things, like, that sad or whatever. Granted, he has his moments, and he has, shared in the sad feelings in movies, but sometimes he's, like, just over there, like, I don't know, smiling sometimes too, and I'm like, "What is
Yeah.
wrong with you?"
And so the last time I legit cried because I was sad or because something happened to me was like 6 years ago. Because my mom died. That was pretty sad.
Right, yeah.
But I mean,
I didn't
I'm
even
not a
cry that
crier, right? I get like
right, yeah.
if I get if I broke my arm, I wouldn't cry. I would maybe I'd wince in pain for 19 hours, but I wouldn't go to tears.
Right.
And I'm not tough. I'm a complete baby with like getting hurt, but I
Yeah.
still don't cry. But what cries is when my brain gets hurt, when my heart gets hurt.
Yeah.
So don't do
Yeah.
it.
Me
Don't
too.
do it.
I can't remember, like, the last time I,
Yeah, I don't.
like, full on, like, was upset, crying, upset. Probably when we were moving, so, like, a year ago. But like, it was so fucking stressful, Rob. It was like the most stressful experience of my life buying a house, that is.
Yeah.
Fucking stressful. Because, well, for one, we were not very smart purchasers. We didn't have like a fat nest egg to use as like a down payment. We had a very little, a little egg for a down payment. And, you know, we were worried about like paying our closing costs. And like, it was the
Right.
most stressful thing I've ever been through in my life. So there were many tears cried.
Yeah.
But luckily my husband's grandmother, who he lovingly calls Mama, which I love, because they're from the South, she, you know, came and saved the day
Yeah.
and like really helped us out in that time. So I was very grateful for that. But yeah, that's probably like the last time I was like, just full on like fucking ugly
Yeah,
crying.
when I was in the hospital in 2014, I probably cried multiple times a day for weeks. Not because my mom was dead, but that too. But just
Right.
because I was on so many drugs, I would cry for anything.
Oh yeah.
Rob, are you hungry? I guess so. You know, like just for no reason.
Oh,
Yeah, it was sad.
Messy in chat. I love
my
my
mama.
mama. Yeah, his mama's awesome.
So
She's
yeah,
a
but
sweet lady.
I'm trying to think like before my liver transplant, what like just somebody, you know, some girl broke up with me or whatever, what like why would I have cried? I mean as a kid I just did nothing but cry. I was such a baby. But
Oh, so like my middle child.
yeah. But
He's gonna grow up to be like you.
as an adult man, hey, that's not so bad. What's up? Man?
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
As an adult man, I probably have cried for emotional reasons or well, for any reason maybe like 20 times or 25 times if that. But
That's
not, and
pretty,
I'm
like...
not counting watching TV, right? If I watch a TV or a movie,
that doesn't count.
Like you name a TV show or a movie, there's a 90% chance I cried, unless it was like
Right.
fucking Stripes or you know Animal House or
Right,
something. I
yeah.
wasn't crying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Freaking
it's
Full
just,
Metal Jacket.
yeah,
Did you
Full
cry during Full
let's
Metal
see,
Jacket?
Full Metal Jacket.
When the drill sergeant was yelling.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now I
R. Lee
wanna
Ermey,
rewatch
man,
the
that guy
movie.
was great. I just watched Saving Silverman again the other day, and he plays the coach in that movie. That same guy
I
that
don't
was the
think
drill
I've seen
sergeant.
that one.
Oh, that's really good. That's a funny movie, Saving Silverman, everybody.
Oh, I'll watch it. But you guys
Yeah.
also said that The Princess Bride was funny, so
I didn't say it was funny. I said it was good.
you guys were like, you have to watch The Princess Bride. It's the best movie ever. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't understand why you don't like that movie.
It's terrible. Okay.
I can't. It's like people that say they don't like the Seinfeld sitcom. I'm like, what?
I don't like Seinfeld that much either.
See, I can't. It doesn't compute.
It's so boring.
Like if
I
somebody
mean,
says,
there's like memorable episodes, like No Soup for You. Like that's funny and memorable, but the show as a whole is not that good.
every single episode, all 180 episodes of that show have at least one quotable line, and sometimes more than one.
Sure. Probably,
but
yeah.
See, when
sure.
I hear I don't like Seinfeld, what I hear you saying is equivalent to I don't like Oreo cookies.
What?
You know what? I don't like cookies in
No.
general, Rob. Just don't offer me any cookies. That's what I hear.
Oreo cookies are the best kind of cookies. I'll say that.
Snickerdoodle, maybe?
I've never had a Snickerdoodle. Actually, I really like peanut butter cookies too. But if I'm buying just like store-bought, you know, in a package cookies, Oreos are the best kind you can get. I don't like Chips Ahoy or whatever they're called. The chocolate chip ones. They're gross. Blah! That's all. I feel like tonight has been really like up and down. Like you're like, I fucking hate this girl. Why is she on my show? Okay, she's okay. I hate this girl. Why is she on my show? Oh, okay, she's okay. And we're just having this like roller coaster on your stream, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Ooh, I
no, no.
love oatmeal
It's
raisin
like
cookies.
it really is like having a sister. Only a sister where we never met each other till we were
Right?
adults. Yeah.
I'm your long lost
We
sister,
didn't we
Rob.
didn't grow up in the same house, obviously, because we're the same person, but we don't like the same things. It's funny.
Look, me
Um,
and my brothers used to joke all the time that we do not have the same parents. Because it's like when you look at us, I've posted a picture in your Discord before. If you look at my brothers and me, how the fuck are we related? We don't even
yeah.
look alike. Only two of my brothers look alike. The rest of us, we look like we have like different dads or something. My
Well,
mom was
are
getting
you
around.
quite positive you don't?
I mean, you never know. My mom is pretty square though, so like I don't see her being that way. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mailman.
running around on my dad.
My dad was a mailman. Hey. You know, I never thought of that. Oh, I never thought of that. What if my dad was like banging all kinds of women because he was their mailman? I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. And my
But I
mom
don't
was
know.
a school teacher. She wouldn't know.
My mom
So
was just like crazy
my
attached to
mom
my
is
dad.
like
Even
you.
when it was
So
like bad for her. She should have left my dad many times and she never did.
my mom should have.
So,
My mom told me that she knew on the second day that she had married the wrong guy, and then she stayed for 15 years.
oh.
They did get divorced though.
Yeah, my mom will never say that. Like my mom, all she ever talks about is like how much she like even to this day she's still like a battered woman, you know? Like she
Yeah.
still loves my dad and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad was terrible, horrible. And you know, if I was in that relationship, once he passed away, I'd be like, freedom, you know?
Your dad, you know
But
what? You know who your dad is? Your dad's the Princess Bride. Some people like him, some people don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Sure. That analogy works perfectly for me, Rob. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks.
No, my dad was a terrible person.
My dad was a terrible person.
It's awful.
My dad was a he was a criminal.
Right?
And not like a rob the bank criminal, but rob your family criminal. That kind of guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's never good.
Yeah, and he was a government employee. Government. So my dad, this is what my dad did.
Oh.
He joined the military illegally when he was like late 16 or early 17 years old in
Okay.
like 1945.
Okay.
And then he got out of the military and he drove a
So
cab.
like World War II. No, that'd be
Yeah,
like
and
after
like
World War
he
II.
he joined as
The
World War
end of
II was
it.
closing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
he apparently he was an MP and he shot a guy on a dock somewhere. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
so
Weird
he did.
flex, but okay.
He went to the post office right away, and he was at the post office for 38 years over the course of 40 years. And in 2 of those years, he was a bartender for a year and a cab driver for a year. And all in Spokane, Washington. Not like in New York City or somewhere exciting.
Right.
It's
Right.
all in
Right.
Spokane, Washington. Right. And so then he retired from the postal service, and then and that was it. So he worked for the government for his whole life, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then my mom was also a government worker. She was a school teacher.
Right.
But she taught from the age of 21 to 46, 25 years, and retired
Oh,
at age
wow.
46. Because, yeah,
Wow.
she
Good
couldn't
for
take it
her.
anymore.
Right? Kids are
stupid
assholes.
and parents are assholes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
right.
she
Well,
was,
parents are
my mom
assholes,
taught in a
kids are
school where
assholes.
what?
I said parents are assholes, kids are assholes.
Parents are
Same
assholes.
thing.
Oh, let me tell you, have I talked to you about the worst generation of parents? Do you know which generation is the worst generation of parents?
Gen Xers.
That's right, my generation. That's so fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Because,
I can't.
there's
Anyone,
reasons,
my
but
people that
okay.
are my age, I go to their house and they have kids, and I'm like, what is this? What? I have to leave. I can't. What is this? Anyway, my mom taught in a school back in the day in the 80s. A lot of the schools were built where the door to the outside went like right onto the playground. Like you'd just
Yeah.
open the door and let the kids out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's having problems, and she's having personal problems. She's having administrative problems. She's having, job problems and problems everywhere. My mom, poor lady. And so one day she let the kids out. She forgot her whistle or, whatever they have to do, and she went back to her desk. And then she went and she opened the door, and in mid-flight was a softball that hit her right here.
No.
And so she was like, okay, I needed a sign. That's it. I'm out. And she quit that day. And
Oh
it was
my
total
God.
accident, total fluke, right? Not thing, never happened to her before in 25 years. It just happened to be the whole, accident at that time.
Ow.
Yeah,
Did her nose break or anything like that?
Her nose didn't break. As a matter of fact, she didn't even get hurt, but it scared the living shit out of her.
Dude.
And she did not have glasses on at the time. My mom she was a sometimes glasses wearer, not all the time.
Oh, okay.
So it just hit her right. She said it hit her on the bridge of the nose, but I think it probably hit her in the forehead, not because if it hit her she didn't
I've been hit in the face with a softball before. I used to play softball. I was a catcher. Sorry, our Google is. Anyways, I played catcher, and I've taken softballs to the face, and like they've given me bloody noses, black eyes. Dude, softballs hurt.
She felt like it was her nose, but it was probably right here. Because if you get hit here, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna really do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so she was like, fuck it, I'm out. And I was in Korea when the day that happened. And she was, missing me, and because I was in the army, and she didn't like it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and moms.
I told her, I gave my mom this speech. I'm 18 years old and giving my mom this speech. I don't want you to worry
about Mom, get off my back.
No. I said, I don't want you to worry about me. I know it's your inclination to worry about me because I'm your child and you're my mother. And I said, but let me just tell you this one thing. I said, your worry doesn't help me.
Right? It just stresses me out.
If something bad happens to me, your worrying about it isn't going to fix it. Your worrying about me does literally zero. So please don't be a mom in that regard and don't worry about me. And she just looked at me and she went, I raised a very smart young man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Good for your mom.
Oh no.
I'm gonna cry.
But
there's something in my throat.
And I made her. I'm sorry, you guys. And I made her promise me, and she said, "Okay, I promise." And then I asked her later in life, "Did you worry about me?" And she said, "Not as much as I would have."
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, she was all right.
So sweet. That's awesome.
So yeah.
My mom and I don't have like a crazy close relationship. We're okay, but we're not like how most, mothers and daughters are supposed to be,
right.
Or, what they show on TV. I don't know. I'm like, we're very lukewarm. I love my mom in the sense that she's my mom, and I don't know. We're just not like that. I
wouldn't go to brunch all the time. Yeah.
No, not at all.
So my mom
drives me crazy.
My mom and I really weren't. I mean, I always, I love my mom and she loved me and stuff. But I moved away when I was 18 and would come back to, I was kind of gone out of her life. But my mom and I actually weren't really that close until the last 5 years of her life. Or maybe, I mean, I lived with her for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Which she was fucking thrilled about, right?
Right.
And
you take care of her and stuff though, right?
Right, and also her me because we were both just fucking sickly people, right? We were horrible sick. But I moved back from Los Angeles. I moved back to Spokane because I had to, because they told me California won't give you a liver. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, oh, thanks. You guys are so nice. Thanks. But she was so thrilled about that, and so we were in the same household for 5 years. And so that you'll get closer, and I knew that I didn't know she was gonna die or anything right away, but I knew that she, as a 70-some-year-old woman, that she wasn't gonna be around forever. So I would ask her, I would prompt her for shit I wanted to know about her life, or that she hadn't told me before and stuff. So I learned a lot about. And one thing I learned about my mom that I never knew was that she got in a car wreck when she was 20. And
oh wow,
she was in pain every day of her life for 55 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just constant pain all day. And so and she was tough. My mom if she could physically do it, my mom was the kind of person that would change the oil in her car, mow the lawn.
Yeah, my mom's like that
She's
too.
all, and here's me. It's like, oh,
Well, she
I,
used to be.
I'll pay somebody to do it. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Right, yeah. And that's
I'm,
me. There's
yeah.
things I know how to do, but I would rather just pay somebody else to do
Yeah,
it.
me too. And so,
Like,
but she had pain every single day of her life, which I never knew
oh,
how tough she was. How, and
right.
she would you could kind of tell she was tough a little bit. Sometimes you're like, how can she fucking put up with that? Well, I mean, if you can wake up every day and have pain until you go to bed that night and still be probably during the night, I don't know how she did it. I just don't. So
Right.
a lot of shit that would bother normal people wouldn't really bother her because she's like, oh well, compared to this pain I have every single day.
Right.
And I mean, she took painkillers and stuff, but she didn't. She was never addicted to painkillers or anything because she didn't want to get addicted. So she just would rather live with the pain.
Yeah.
And
I'm
she
kind of
was
like
she
that.
was
I don't
20
like
years
taking
old,
a
so
lot
she
of
just thought she got in an
meds.
accident. She thought that was a normal thing. People that get in car wrecks are just in pain. She didn't think anything of it. She thought, oh, that's just how
no,
life
go
is.
see a doctor, Mom.
I know. Well, she did
Aw.
she eventually
Right.
people over the years told her, hey, we can medicate that pain, and she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she had fucking diabetes and fibromyalgia and whatever. She had it
Oh,
all. She had everything.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's tough.
Yeah, like, see, the thing, like, with me and my mom, well, like, for one, my parents were not very good parents. I've, said this many, many times. They weren't all there, to put it nicely. And so me and my brothers growing up, we were very, 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 very incredibly independent children. Like, we were the kinds of kids who, we walked to and from school, and we were home at home without parents for many hours until, well past bedtime when my
Yeah.
parents would be like finally around. And then, when they were around, we were very miserable. My parents had a very tumultuous, abusive relationship. So we just didn't like being around our parents that much. So even if it was like after school, we would me especially, I would do everything I possibly could to like not be at home. So I played sports, and I was always in theater and choir, and like I kept myself very fucking busy so that I didn't have to be at home that much. And then on the weekends, me and my brothers, we would walk the 3 miles, give or take, to the mall, and like we were mall rats. We would play at the arcade. There was a D&D type store there, which is where I learned how to play Dungeons and Dragons and board games and that all that nerdy shit. And that's what we would do on the weekends. We didn't even care, like in the middle of winter where we lived in Sacramento, California. We didn't get snowy winters. We just had really rainy winters. And to get to the mall, there was a creek that went under a freeway, like under an overpass, whatever you want to call that. And the creek would flood in the winter. We would just roll our pants up and walk through the creek to go to the mall. Like we just didn't want to be home, And so like that was my entire life until I was 18. And then I was like, I'm out of here, like I just didn't, I don't know. So you can imagine, when you have parents like that aren't really like there for you, they're not very good parents. They, never came to like my softball games, never came to the theater when I was in a production, so on and so forth. So they just weren't really my parents, basically.
Yeah.
So that was my whole life, Then when I got older, I moved really far away. I didn't have very much contact with them. I would do obligatory sort of things. We would see them every other year for a holiday or whatever, especially after I had kids. They would be, I want to see my grandbabies. And I was like, fuck, but okay. We'll do 3 days. And so me and, my husband, we would pack up and drive down to California. This was when we lived in Washington, so that my parents could get their obligatory 3 days with the grandkids. Kind of want to deprive them of that. I'm not an asshole, But anyway, so then my dad passed away, and my mom changed so much, like in good ways, some, and in bad ways, others. But like after my dad passed away, she would call me more often and talk to me and ask me, like what's going on in my life, stuff that she never did before. So like there was improvement. And so she she went through some stuff and like financial stuff, and she lost her house in Sacramento. So my brother at the time was moving, and he bought a new house, and he was getting ready to put his townhouse on the market and sell it. And he was like, well, I guess I'm not selling the townhouse. I'll let, mom live in it. So my mom lives in technically my brother's house, but she lives there by herself. And then my husband got out of the military, and we were like, well, fuck, now your whole family lives in the Chicago area. I guess we should go there, because his family is much smaller than mine. He's got his mom and his sister, and then his mom and his dad are divorced. So it was like, we'll just go live near like where your family is, because your family's so fucking big, and it'd be nice to have like, family things or whatever. And his sister's much younger. She can just fly and come see us whenever she wants.
Yeah.
She's like 23, somewhere in that ballpark. She's much younger than us. So, she'll just hop on a plane and come visit whenever she wants, because she has no kids, no nothing. It's just her. Anyways, yeah. So like, that's it in a nutshell. Like, my parents were not very good parents. And then my dad died. And now my mom's like kind of an okay mom. Like, she's improving,
Yeah.
to say the least. So that's why I was always like, when I was younger, me and my brothers, we would always be like, well, if mom would just like leave dad, things would be better. And we were fucking right. We just had to
Yeah.
wait for our dad to die. So fucked up,
Yeah,
but it's true.
it always freaks me out whenever I see or hear about people that are miserable parents. And I ask myself,
fucking
why
miserable.
did they have kids? Did they have ideas that having kids was going to be awesome, and then that it just didn't work out that way? Or did they're too stupid to know what birth control, like, why do people
Right.
have kids? Because I don't know. That's a favorite question to ask anybody, whether they're parents yet or not, or they plan to become parents, is
Mhm.
why are you having kids? And almost
Right.
always the answer is, well, that's just what we do. That's just what humans do. I'm like, no,
Right.
no, that's not a good
No,
answer.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, everything I do with regards to my children, I always have like this, I don't want to be like my parents. That's like it's such a driving factor in the way I parent my kids. Whenever they show, interest in something, I always try to support them, try to like listen to them when they talk to me about, stuff that I think parents should do,
Yeah.
which my parents never did. So like, it's the simple things like that I hope when my kids are grown up, they'll appreciate. And if they don't, then whatever, that's life.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. But I try to give them what I consider like a normal childhood. Heaven
Yeah.
forbid they ever have to do half the things I did when I was 8 years old. I was cooking meals for me and my brothers. Fucking, I did my own laundry, I did my own dishes, we did everything in our house, we did all the chores, because our parents were just never around.
Yeah.
Like, all in. I don't, and I'm not saying that chores are bad for kids. Kids should have, my children have chores, but I don't think that the entire upkeep of a house, including meal making and stuff, should fall on the shoulders of your children. So it's just like little things like that. I think about that kind of stuff all the time. And sometimes when I'm upset with my kids, I'm like, you don't know how easy you have it. Like,
you don't realize. Yeah, exactly.
like, when I was your age, I knew how to make omelets,
Yeah.
or whatever. And my kids are like, whatever, mom. They don't know how easy they have it. Anyways, I digress.
And that's how you D&D, everybody.
That's how you D&D. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I will say, though, if I didn't have the experiences I had as a childhood, in my childhood, I wonder, like, what would I be like growing up? If me and my brothers never like escaped to the mall all the time, would I have ever played Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that?
I mean, that's a game you can play in your head about almost your whole life. Like, what if? I mean, even down to one event. Like, what if I had to skip school this one day, and then I might not have graduated,
exactly.
and then I'd be homeless, and you could, the butterfly effect or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I always think that, like, dude, if my parents were like awesome parents and like totally cool, I would have never been like, hey, what's this dragons book at the mall? Because I'd be playing softball, I'd be like, "Hey, Dad!" Yeah, I don't know. I always think about stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's funny because I listen to like parents of today, like whoever has young kids now, like you do.
Mhm.
I hear sometimes people like, no spanking, the whole
I spank on rare occasion.
Yeah,
Very.
I think so. What was this? What was established in what I call successful parenting families is the
Mhm.
threat of punishment.
Right.
You tell the kid don't do that, and if they do, you punish them. But you establish this precedent where like, and you've seen it in comedy shows where like the dad does the step. Like if he just goes like that, they're like, okay, oh shit, okay, whatever. Or the mom,
Yeah, I know
or
what you're talking about.
or the mom, the mom says, no meal, and they're like, oh right, and then whoop, hold on, I'm starving, we didn't eat. Like what's going
Yeah.
on? And so, and I see empty threats, like I've told you, my sisters. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they if you don't stop, no dessert. 10 minutes later, they've done the thing they were told not to do 14 times, and they're eating ice cream.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. No,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I will not, say one thing and then do another. I'm very, very against that.
Yeah,
If I
me
tell my
too.
kids, if you don't listen right now, I'm gonna take your phone away, and then never take that. No, I've taken everything away from our kids. They have their own Wi-Fi network in our house, and like if they drive us crazy, we just turn their Wi-Fi off or whatever. They can't play the Xbox, they can't play Minecraft, So if they're like being really bad, we're just like, okay, we're gonna fucking shut your shit down. And we've taken away, the controllers, their phones. We've sent them, to bed early. One time, our middle kid, because he's sometimes the hardest one to deal with, we've sent him to bed with no dinner before because he's being a little asshole or, whatever. So I
Yeah.
fucking follow through. And my kids, I think, are very well behaved children because we've seen them. And we've like babysat other people's kids, especially back when we lived in Missouri when we were in army housing, because I was a stay-at-home mom and not all the moms there were stay-at-home moms. So sometimes I'd be the one who got stuck with other people's kids, which I don't like other people's kids in general. So it
Yeah,
used
me
to drive
too.
me crazy. But like our neighbor would, hey, can you watch, Joe and Sandy? I have to run to the gym or whatever. And I'd be like, sure, I guess. So now your kids are at my house. Anyways, point being, other people's kids are terrible, like
Oh.
horrible. No manners, no please,
Yeah.
no thank you. Fucking yelling in my house, running around like crazy. They wear their shoes in the house. Who the fuck wears shoes in the house? Anyways, just shit like that drove me crazy.
Oh shit, yeah. And then but you can also go too far. Like my uncle required his children to refer to their parents as sir or ma'am 24/7. And those people did not turn out that well.
Oh, I want them to call me mommy for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Oldest, he just calls me mom now, and I'm like, what happened to mommy? He's like, mom, hey mom, because he's 13. It drives me
Wow,
crazy.
13 it's time. It's time.
Oh, no. I mean, he stopped calling me mommy a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just meant like now he's 13 and he's starting to sound like more grown up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Mom.
I don't like it. Mom. Why are you momming me?
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
When did you become a man? Fuck this.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. He's almost as tall as me, which is even crazier.
That's how this all works, Robin.
I level with him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what? You used to be, tiny, little,
That's
cute.
another reason I don't want kids is because I'm short and I don't want my 10-year-old daughter to be like, hey, Dad.
What's up, Dad? How's the weather down there?
Yeah.
Oh, man. My son's going to be taller than me in like a year. And I don't know if I can handle that. We missed so much in chat.
No, he said his daughter slammed the door, so he took it off the hinges, and she's like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. My son has walked out on me, like while we were having not an argument, but where I was like chastising him for something. And when he gets mad, he's like the walk away kind of person, which I understand. Some people need to like cool off or whatever. I'm kind of like that. If I'm really angry, I like to like be around no one because I get over things really quickly if I'm by myself. Anyways, but like he'll do it when we're mid conversation, which
Yeah.
drives me crazy. He'll like storm off, all angry or whatever. And I'm like, get your ass back here. So yeah, I have a feeling there will be door slamming and things of that in the very near future. I'll just take the fucking door off. I will totally do it. I don't give a shit.
Awesome. Yeah, not having a door to your room, that would suck as a
That's
teenager.
right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, there's all types
And we
of
have a rule, like we tell our kids we give them tons of privacy. They have, buku privacy. But if they ever do something to warrant no more privacy, like their phones, we tell them when we bought them their phones, we pay for these phones. They're our phones. We're letting you use them.
Yeah.
So in the future, if you ever break the rules, I will take my phone back because
Yeah.
it's my phone. You know what I mean? And so we have that like sort of stipulation with them, and we have taken their phones away many times. I'll be
Yeah.
like, give me my phone. And they'll be like, your phone's right there. No, give me my phone now. And then he's okay, here's your phone.
I like the voices you use, even for yourself. It's like I tell my kids, you better get off the machine.
Yeah, I always do that. I don't know why. It's like a weird thing I do. I don't know. I do it with my husband. He's like, oh, that was a good voice. Earlier I did, with you earlier I did Sharon Osbourne, which I won't do on stream, but
Oh yeah. I was like, yeah. I can't. Yeah, I was telling you did it good because you have. So when
thanks.
when you do an impression, if a man does an impression of a woman or a woman does an impression of a man, unless they're super talented, it's usually not as good as a woman doing a
Right.
woman or a man doing a man. But
Of
yeah,
course.
so
Yeah, I can't do man voices at all. In fact,
because I thought I did Sharon Osbourne pretty good until I heard yours, which is awesome.
I always, when I'm playing D&D, I love voice acting characters. I don't know why. It's just something I really like to do. As you know, I'm a very animated talker or whatever. So the other night we were doing we were playing D&D, and one of the players in my game, he was like, "Hey, was that a guy or a girl?" I was like, "Damn it, I was so bad at this." It was a girl. I was trying to do a girl voice, but she was like scary, whatever. And he was like, "Is that a guy or a girl?" So it is hard for me because sometimes I want to do dude voices for characters in D&D,
Yeah.
especially in the written modules. There's so many male characters that you could, play as a dungeon master. I can't do voices for them to save my life. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Renair Neverember from Neverwinter." And they're like, "Is Renair a boy or a girl?" God damn it. I give up. I need a voice changer.
Yeah,
I think that
some
would
people
work.
use those too. Like the
Yeah.
guy on the trivia murder party. Hi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever that voice is.
Exactly. That's what I need.
Wake up, this is your nightmare.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I want to play that game. This was awesome.
Trivia murder party.
Mhm.
Trivia
Yeah, I
murder
like
party
that game.
2.
I like that one time I got my character changed, and I was like the announcer's mother, and I had like the old lady wig.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
I
that?
remember that. Yeah, that happened. That only
It
happened
wasn't
once,
that
huh?
long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was once. It was once. And we played Quiplash in Murder Mystery Trivia Party once.
Oh,
That
that's
was
right.
pretty
That was
cool too.
funny. We're like,
Mhm.
what? Why are we playing Quiplash inside this game?
I know. It even had like the Quiplash music and
Uh-huh.
everything, but it was all like distorted because it was like through the TV or whatever. It was funny.
Oh, you know what I should do? I should look up the date of when Jack Pack 7 comes out.
Oh yeah, when does it come out?
It's September 15th ish. Jack Pox Pack Party Pack 7.
Do you like my hat, Rob?
Another dragon? Mother of Dragons? Yeah.
Mother of Dragons.
I do like it.
It's It's like a layered thing, right? I'm a mom. That makes my kids dragons. I also play D&D, so am I the mother of dragons in my D&D games? I'm the dungeon master. I don't know. It's layered. I love it.
I see what you did. I see what you did.
Uh-huh. I know it's from Game of Thrones. Okay,
seventh
before
pack-
anybody in chat yells at me that that's from Game of Thrones.
Oh, here's the games. Hold on. It doesn't. It just says fall, but here's the games. Quiplash
It'd probably
3.
be like September.
Um,
Quiplash 3?
Yeah.
We need more Quiplash?
The Devils and the Details. This game involves players and devils trying to work together to complete a list of mundane chores, but able to trick other players into skipping or completing the wrong chores.
Ooh.
Champed Up.
I like the sound of that.
This game involves players creating their own champions with unusual monikers and skills similar to TKO t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Talking
Chat will
points.
like that game.
One person as a presenter is shown a series of text and picture slides, which they are seeing for the first time, and must talk through these to impress the audience, which votes on their reactions. That's going to be fun.
Others yeah, but we have to have everybody in Discord for that one.
Oh, yeah. Others in the game...
Because they have to talk about the slides.
That's true. Others in the game act as an assistant to the presenter to select the next slide, and the presenter will see from a random selection which could either help or throw off the presenter.
Ooh, okay, I want them.
Blather round. This game involves players to guess elaborate sentences in order to guess the words the presenter has chosen.
Oh, right. Yes, a word game. Love it.
First 6 Jackbox party games gained renewed attention during the COVID-19 pandemic as a way for many people. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. Like almost all video games and virtual gaming
and DMs
got renewed during the pandemic.
Yep.
I played so much Hearthstone, it's not even funny.
Dungeon Mother, Nafham says.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm the dungeon mom. Oh my god. Like if I ever had my own like bullshit talk show where I talked about D&D or something, I would call it Dungeon Mom.
There you go.
Hi everybody. I'm Robin. I'll be your dungeon mom for the day.
I think there's a guy on Facebook called DM Dad or something like that. I think there is a guy.
Oh, it's already taken.
Well, he's not a mom though, is he? He's not a
You're
mother.
Muted.
What a
I
mother!
Can't hear you anymore.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you anymore.
Why not?
Oh, there we go. I don't know. My earbuds are dying. I don't know. No, I don't know.
We might have to go stop the show.
Probably.
I don't wanna.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? Dungeon Dad.
Dungeon Dad.
Something.
DM Dad or something like that. I can't remember. I
cute.
saw him
Good
a couple times.
Stole my idea.
Stole your idea.
I'm kidding. I mean, it was his idea first, obviously.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So I thought of Uber Eats. I thought of that idea in 1989.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah, but I couldn't implement it. I didn't have the
right.
You know, I didn't
technology wasn't even there yet.
The know-how or because I worked at a video store, right? And I thought, and customers would come in and they'd go, man, and more than one, enough to make me go, wait a minute. And then they would come in and go, oh man, what would be awesome is if you could deliver these to our house just like Domino's delivers pizza. And like, enough people said that to me that I was like, wait a minute. And I was going to start a thing where just privately, you could call me up and tell me the movie you wanted and what fast food you wanted, and I would go drive and get the movie and drive and get the fast food, and then put a premium on it, like $10 or something. And I thought, this is genius. Then I moved, that was in 89, and then when I moved to Los Angeles, 20 years later, 10 years later, they had a thing called Pink Dot, which was exactly that. You could
nice.
You could go and tell them, and they would bring you the movie and the food. And then now we've got Uber Eats, which is not the movie, but because you don't.
Right.
But if there were still video stores, Uber Eats would do that. They would have that as part of the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you can always put the special instructions in your Uber order. Special instructions. Please go to the red box at Walmart and get me this movie
yeah, I wonder would they do that?
from the
I
red
wonder if they
box.
would.
I don't know. I doubt it. But you can try. You can certainly try. I will tip you. That's what I would write. I will tip you $5 if you go to the red box at Walmart and rent me this movie.
Yeah. But
Oh my
now
gosh, they're hilarious.
Redbox, I think Redbox is still a thing, but slowly that's
It
going
is
to go away.
a thing.
'Cause
Our Walmart has red boxes.
yeah, I think there's a Redbox, but I haven't rented a Redbox movie for 5 years because now you
Yeah,
can
I
just get
haven't
everything.
I haven't ordered them since I lived in Washington.
Yeah.
So like 8 years ago was the
Right.
last time I used the Redbox.
Redbox.
Box.
So yeah, so I'm very good at thinking about ideas and then 20 years later somebody does it. But when I think of it, it's not, I'm too early. I'm ahead of my time, but I've never somehow made millions from that. Like that's what you're supposed to do is come up with an idea. Like
I
I
have
remember
tons of ideas. I never have the time to do them, or I tell them to other people and then other people are like, that's stupid. And I'm like, well, fuck you.
don't listen to naysayers, Robin.
So I shouldn't listen to you?
I didn't say that anything was stupid.
I know, I'm not you specifically.
Well, when you say you,
I've shot down some ideas of mine before.
me,
You didn't, in so many words, say it was stupid.
you tell me whenever I did that. You tell me right now. When did I shoot down an idea?
I'm trying to think, but so way back, not even that far back, I came to you with something. I was like, hey, I have this idea. What do you think? And then you like talked me out of it. I don't remember what it was. I'll
There's
scroll
a
through
difference
our old
between
conversation
talking you out of
and
it
I'll find
and
it.
naysaying your bad idea.
It's the same thing to me. If I'm
Well,
like, hey, here's a cool idea.
you don't
and you're like,
remember
here's
what
all
it
the
was?
reasons. Here's Rob. Here's all the reasons that won't work.
Oh, I've done that. Oh, there's probably people in chat right now that have had that conversation with me. I get PMs all the time that say, "Hey, I thought of doing this one thing," and I'm like, "Okay." I'll go, "Here's what happened when I tried that," and then I say, don't let me stop you, but here's the 14 things that happened that were bad when I tried to do that same thing. That sounds like something I would say. I try to help people. I don't mean to be a naysayer.
I was just picking on you. I don't think you're that much of a naysayer. Sometimes you are very hard to. It's gonna sound wrong, but you're hard to please. I was trying to.
Yeah, I do have standards.
Sound so bad.
And
I know.
and perhaps some of my standards are not realistic for certain people. Like for example,
Range standards. That's
Huh?
all.
I have what?
Nothing. Nothing.
You say it to me. You say it to me right now.
You have different standards than I
Yeah,
do.
like I expect people to be smart. That's a standard I have.
Well, I mean, I like when people are smart too.
No, but you appreciate people that are smart. I demand it.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't do stupid. I can't. But my friend Ida, everybody knows on the stream, I'm sure. She'll call me up. Oh, as a matter of fact, she called me twice today. I haven't called her back. Oh yeah, she's gonna. Should I call her right now? I'll call her
Well,
right now.
no, because we're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
Okay.
tell her what don't we do, and she'll say stupid. Maybe I don't know. Hey Siri, call Ida.
If she answers. Amount of water.
Calling Ida mobile.
Get the last little drops of water.
She might not say it right away. Let's see if she does. This is she would have answered by now. This is 2 people we're trying to call on stream tonight. All right. Yeah, fuck. Okay, never.
Oh, get
Anyway,
rejected.
So I have yes, I do have high standards. As a matter of fact, I believe that's in my Discord rules.
Uh-huh.
I think it is.
We just have different things that we care about.
Yeah, and I get that question a lot from people that know me. Like, why is that so important to you that people don't say nuclear? Why is that? How does that affect your life?
Well, I mean, I
I'm
don't
like,
like when people say nuclear
yeah,
either.
I can't do it. And
Used to
like,
be so mean to my husband because he's from the South and they say things funny. So I would always get on him.
yeah.
Like, that's not how you pronounce
So an accent that doesn't yeah, but there's no accent that can make you change the pronunciation of a word. You might
it. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not even
yeah.
an accent. You're just saying things wrong.
Right. See, and I can't. But my friends will say, "Yeah, but what if people do that? Why does that upset you so much?" And I'm like, I don't know. I expect. I mean, it's. I guess it's not fair to say that everybody who went to grade school in America went to the same school. It is regionally different, right? Some schools teach stuff. There's people in the chat
Chat.
busting me. Like Diablo
It's
Bob
not
says,
like so many words.
Diablo Bob, I don't bust him during the show because I don't want to make him nervous or self-conscious. But Diablo Bob says etc. and it makes me insane. But he's
Aw.
also one of 4 billion people that say etc. instead of etc.
Right.
But and it's a very 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 common thing. I would say, actually, I this is not a joke. I think more people say that than don't. But maybe that's just because I'm attuned to hearing
Right.
it.
I
But
think it's really common
yeah, it
when
is
people
common.
say
And
etc.
I read on
incorrectly.
the internet, because that's the end all be all of authority is the internet. But I read on the internet that the reason some people pronounce nuclear that way is there are a lot of other words like spectacular and secular and
They have it goes CUL in spectacular and
right. No,
in
no, but I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying there is a reason why people do that. I mean, let me ask.
inexcusable.
I know it's totally inexcusable, but isn't it fascinating though that there's not just one person, George Bush, walking around in the world saying nuclear. It's
True.
not just him. It's thousands and millions of people doing it. So why does that happen? But yeah, it
I
makes
think it's because some people hear things from George Bush
yeah yeah
so much
yeah
that it gets ingrained in their memory that that's how you pronounce that word. Think of when you were a little kid or even like in high school. Think of all the times you read a word and had never heard it spoken, so you made up how to pronounce it. I'll tell you a story. I used to pronounce acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, for those of you who don't know what that is. I used to pronounce it very incorrectly because I had only ever read the word. I had never heard somebody
yeah
say acetaminophen because everybody just says Tylenol, right? So the first time I had like some injury, I don't remember, and I had to go to the hospital and they ask you when you were injured, did you take any drugs or anything for the pain? And I told the nurse I took acetaminophen, but I pronounced it incorrectly. And she was like, "You mean acetaminophen?" And I was like, "Oh, that's how you say that word." So embarrassing. But anyways, so I think that also happens. A lot of people will just read a word, but maybe they've never heard how it's pronounced and then they pronounce it incorrectly. Or maybe
yeah.
I was just weird. I did that a lot when I was little. I didn't know what's this word? I don't know how to pronounce it. I would just make it up, guess, like
Like
you would just your best guess.
acetaminophen, I could forgive like somebody mispronouncing that because it's a complicated word.
Right, and it's
But
hella long.
here's what just makes me crazy. So let's take for example many people that I've had this conversation with. I'll say why are you saying nuclear instead of nuclear? And they're like, what am I doing wrong? And I'll say the word new, and they'll go new, and I'll go now say the word clear, like see through clear, and they'll say clear. And I'll say,
Right.
now just say those words really fast together, nuclear. And they'll go, nuclear. And I'm like, fuck, so stupid. Like, I just get really mad. The other thing, uh, okay, Robin, what is the job of the person who sells you your house?
A realtor.
Yes, and what does everyone say?
I don't know. Do people say that
Realtor.
wrong? Oh, realtor.
Yeah, you
Realtor.
said it correctly, which is realtor.
Realtor. I
There's
used
not
to
a-
want to be one. I
Yes.
was going to school to be one.
That's probably why you say it correctly,
Realtor.
but it's not realtor.
Realtor. I've
what
heard
is-
that one now that I
What
think
is
of
the
it.
what is the word that starts with an A that is a person who plays professional sports?
An athlete.
Right, and it's not an athlete, right? It's
Oh
not.
no.
It's an athlete. It's 2 syllables,
Oh,
not
that
3.
one's forgivable though.
Is it though? Is it?
Is it though? It's not one that I get hung up on. I don't know. For me, I'm trying to think. My mom says wash, which drives me bonkers. There's
You
no
mean-
R in wash. You're washing your clothes. You're washing your dishes.
Yeah.
You're not washing them. Where did the
Oh.
R come from? It drives me.
And where is
crazy.
that R? Is it WR or is it WAR? Where is that R? Where is it?
I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Wash. And there's also like certain old-fashioned words that I wish people would just stop saying altogether, like britches. I don't like that word.
Oh, I
Just
play a game with my friend
pants.
Davenport, Jalopy, Billfold.
I don't like jalopy either, but I say it all the time.
It's
a funny word.
Yeah, we sit there and try to come up with these oldie-timey words to see if anybody we know says them. But
I really hate
Billfold,
bridges, though. I want that one to die in a fire.
Britches, yeah.
Because it depends too. When some people say it, if they're from certain parts of the United States, they are either talking about your pants, outerwear, or your underwear, innerwear, right?
Right.
And
Like-
I don't know what. Stop saying britches is a stupid word.
Somebody from the South will argue this one, but there's breakfast and there's lunch and there's dinner. Those are the meal times. Supper is not a thing. Fuck you,
Right.
supper. Because supper, people will yell, that's lunch, or people will say supper is dinner. So why is it confusing,
Supper
and
is
why do I
dinner.
have to read a book about this? Just fucking do it the way I said.
Supper
This
is
is the
dinner,
problem. I have
Rob.
standards, everybody. Yeah, supper. See, to me, if somebody did say supper, I would think that's dinner. But somebody said, let's go to supper, and I'm like, it's noon, and they're like, yeah, lunch, supper, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I get crazy. Like, if you want to set me off, just say a word wrong.
Oh, Bob, see, I don't mind trousers because I know what trousers are pants. It's what
Trousers
British
are
people call
pants.
pants.
Oh, vegetables. Yeah,
Yeah.
messy. We talk. I
Because
think
in Britain, pants are underwear, not pants. Like if you
Right.
say the word pants, they think you're talking about underwear, and trousers are pants. So that one's easy. Pantaloons are underwear. Knickers are also underwear, depending on where you live. Some people think knickers are shorts, just shorts. I don't know. This is the problem.
so.
America needs to unify its fucking
Yeah,
language.
that's right. They totally do. The chat's getting out of hand. So Messy said a couple things. Messy, we talked about that on a different show. You probably weren't there that night, but everything in the South is a Coke.
Coke.
Like a
yeah,
7-Up
no,
is a
that's so
Coke.
weird.
Any fucking carbonated
Soda.
beverages is Coke. It's stupid.
Soda.
And Diablo Bob's question: do you have a soda or a pop? Now I get that that's a regional
Pop is
thing.
fine. That's acceptable.
And I think when I think the first half of my life I said pop, and now I tend to say soda.
Yes.
But those are
I said
those
pop
are
a lot
fine.
when I was
Yeah.
little. I think because for kids, it's a fun word to say too. Pop, pop.
Gotham,
I don't know. I always liked pop.
You only have a parlor if you're a plantation owner in 1860. There's no such thing as a parlor now.
Right, but we were talking about old-fashioned words that should die, and
Yeah.
parlor is also one of those words.
Caesar says it's all Coke. No, sir. That's
Die.
wrong. /ban Caesar. Hold on just a second.
It's all Coke. No, it's all soda. Coke is a brand of soda,
Right. It's like
an abbreviated brand of soda too. It's Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Right.
Which is, by the way, the worst brand of soda, the worst flavor.
Ah!
Coca-Cola is so gross.
Oh no.
It's
Coke
the worst.
Is so
I
good.
would drink Pepsi before I drank Coke, but I would drink Dr. Pepper.
So I'll
above
actually drink
everything,
any soda there
obviously.
is, except one. Diet Pepsi. I'll drink any of the other Pepsis, but not Diet Pepsi.
No, Matthew, my husband is gonna get punched.
Oh, can you do it twice, please? Can you add one for me?
Pow, pow. I'm
Pepsi
kidding.
is
I
a
would
type
never
of
punch him.
Coke. Wow.
No, he said
Okay.
Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew are types
Just
of Coke.
take
He's
it
trying to
down-
start a fight so
Take it
that
down a
he
notch,
can do
Alabama.
the.
Where's he from?
Let's just take our clothes off. Okay, so he is from many places because he grew up in Southern Illinois. Like Southern Illinois is like Southern Illinois, like really low. But he like his family in general, they're from like Kentucky and Tennessee. So they're very
Okay.
yeah. Yes.
Get the
And
banjo.
like his grandma is called Mama. That's
Yeah.
like such a I love it though. It's cute. She's awesome. But it's just such a funny word. Mama. And I know also in the South, some people choose Mima. That is the alternate to Mama.
Yeah, that's what they say on Big Bang Theory. Mima.
Yeah, Mima. But we have friends who also call their grandmas Mima.
Rob Toohey,
Mima.
caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew literally tastes like rotten garbage.
It's
RC
gross.
Cola is very good. As a matter of fact, RC no, Messi's Precious is good.
Ew,
I'm driving to
gross.
Chicago right now.
You're gonna come kick him.
Yeah, and I'm not a
I
violent
don't like
man.
any of the RC sodas. I would rather have the Walmart brand Cokes. What are they? Like Dr. Thunder is the Dr. Pepper one. Sam's Choice Cola, whatever. Those ones are better than RC.
So there's
Cola.
a place down the street called Royal Burger. You can look this up on Wikipedia or on the internet. It's the place that invented Stromboli in Spokane.
What the fuck is Stromboli?
Just look it up. Anyway, my point is, there if you go there, I don't get Stromboli, but I go there sometimes just to get a burger. And
is it
fries
a
or whatever.
pasta? It sounds like pasta.
Stromboli's like a
racist of
burrito
me?
full
Oh,
of
okay.
pizza, kind of is what it is.
Oh my
Anyway,
god, that sounds gross.
It's not that good. Anyway, they invented it, but they serve only RC Cola products. So like if you go to Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, everywhere, it's gonna be either
Right.
Pepsi or Coke, right? That's all they get. This place does RC. But it's not that
Gross.
much interesting.
I don't like RC Cola.
It's a pizza turnover.
You know,
That's close to what I said.
spent my whole life being very poor. Growing up, we were very poor. Like dirt, fucking poor. Super
Yeah,
poor.
Me too.
So like I've had every off-brand thing under the sun. We used to drink powdered milk, which is disgusting, by the way, and I refuse.
Okay, maybe I wasn't as poor as you. I don't
If
remember
times
the
were
powdered
ever
milk.
dire straits, oh my god. If times were ever dire straits for me as an adult, powdered milk is like the last thing I will fucking resort to because I've had it so much as a kid. It's disgusting and I hate it. I'm a milk snob. I don't know if you know this about me, Rob, but I'm a huge milk snob now. I love a good whole milk and I like certain brands of whole milk, and the best brand of milk ever is Oberweis. So if you ever want to like try the fanciest milk on earth, you should order some Oberweis. It comes in a glass bottle. It's amazing. But anyways, I refuse. I will not ever drink powdered milk ever again in my life. Like you will have to fucking drug me to give me powdered milk. I refuse.
Challenge
It's disgusting.
accepted.
Ah.
And then I gave her powdered milk, everybody. You did what? What's this horrible violation? Oh, I gave her powdered milk. Yeah, so I grew up with and am therefore a fan of, because it was like forced upon me my whole childhood, non-fat milk or skim milk.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh god,
But
no.
Because you develop a taste for that for 20 years.
Oh,
And if I
right,
go
yeah.
drink like 2%, that's like drinking cream. It's disgusting to me.
Oh, you're weird. 2%
Well,
is water.
I can't help it. I just was my mom did it to me. What
Well,
can I do?
Oberweis still makes non-fat and skim and 2%, and like they make all of those. Oberweis is the best
All right,
milk
I'm
you'll
gonna
ever
try
have
this
in your
Oberweis
life.
milk, but I've never heard of it, so I don't even know if they have it here in the
It
Northwest.
might be like a local brand. I don't know. But it's the best milk ever.
Oberweis
I don't like
milk.
soy milk.
Oh,
I
no.
like
First
almond
of all,
milk. If I'm gonna have like an off milk, I like almond milk. It's very good.
All right, let me just
I
say
like
this.
coconut
I'm
milk
just gonna
on
say this once to
occasion.
everybody. Almonds do not have teats. It's not
I
milk,
know. I
okay?
don't know why they call it almond milk. It should be called almond juice
It's
if
almond
we're
juice.
being technical.
That's right. Let's talk more about words. This is fun.
This is fun.
This all started because Robin, for those of you that might not have been here, I'm sure there's less people in the chat than there were before. But Robin said that I have high standards, and I do. It's
You
true.
do.
It's true. Because I don't want people. I have a so like. Let's just back up a minute.
Go get it from Miguel. Sorry, I was just catching up on chat.
What did he say?
He said, "Go get it from a cow."
Go get it from a cow. That's right. Bofrin is all right. So, whoa, chat's just writing novels in there now. Holy shit. So, yeah, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. It had something to do with something.
I'm sorry. I'm reading chat too, so I'm like.
Oh man, I wanted to make that point so bad. What was I gonna say? Milk.
How we got
Overrice.
to this topic.
Oh right, I have standards. So
Right. Yes, you have
yeah,
standards. We both do, just in
Yeah.
different areas.
but I'm a difficult man. I'm
I
hardcore
know.
about. Oh, so here's what I was gonna say. This is I heard you. I hear everything. I might not acknowledge what you say, but I hear it all. I hear everything.
Look, but I respect you, and we're still friends.
Okay, whatever. So now here's the thing. So, let's take a step back and talk about the general concept of philanthropy, which is a person
Okay.
who is affluent or has a lot of wealth helping other people by just giving it to them. Okay, that's my definition anyway.
No
So
rich person ever.
I prefer to think of myself as someone who is a philanthropy of knowledge. So
Okay.
I don't know everything, but when I hear someone mispronounce a word, I know that's wrong, and
Mhm.
I don't want to make them feel bad or make
Mhm.
them feel inferior or anything. I just want to teach them the correct way to do it. Now, once I've
Right.
done that, after I teach you to say the word new and teach you to say clear and ask you to put them together and then you tell me nuclear, you're fucking off the list. Now you're
Yep.
my enemy. Yeah. So those are the kind of black and white hard standards that I have.
Right.
If
You
you're
gotta pull
not
the
willing,
weeds out.
I do not. I have a disdain for the willfully stupid.
Yes.
I'm
I don't like
very
willful stupidity
yeah,
at
right.
all.
I'm very sensitive
I
and
like
want
that.
to help with anybody who's got a learning disability, or if you're dyslexic, or if you're like me and you're less dixic. That's different. That's a small penis joke. But if you have a problem with learning, I want to do what I can to help you. But if you're willfully stupid just because that's the way I say it, Rob, and you're not going to fucking change me, then that's it. It's game on. You and I are going to fight
Right.
in the ring, but we're going to have Nerf marshmallow gloves so no one gets hurt.
Right.
Because I don't believe in violence.
Yeah. Ooh, Caesar knows what Overweiss is. I was just catching up on chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture on the internet and I don't even recognize the bottle, which means I probably haven't seen it in any store
I
here.
just wanted to tell Caesar, I'm pretty sure they will still deliver you milk. That's how we get it. It gets delivered, and it comes in a glass, and you can recycle the glass back to them, and they give you the glass deposit back. Overweiss is awesome. It's too expensive for us to buy like all the time because we're not made of money, but it's a nice thing to splurge on. And my brother, who's very rich, gets it all the time. So every time I'm at his house, I look in his fridge and I'm like, "Ooh, Overweiss," and I pour myself a glass of it because he's not gonna notice and doesn't give a shit either. Like, I'm stealing your milk, and that's like $9. It's amazing. It's so good.
Overweiss home delivery application. We're
Mhm.
sorry. Overweiss home delivery services did not reach your neighborhood yet. It's not a Washington thing.
Oh, Caesar, do you still live in Illinois? Do we live near each other? I don't know where Aurora is. I'm not very familiar with this state at all, even though I live here.
You don't know about
I
Aurora
know
Channel 10
where
cable TV, Wayne and Garth? You don't know about that?
I don't know. I know where things near me are, but I don't know the rest of the state. I know where Metropolis is because that's where my husband grew up. But that's all the way at the bottom
Your
of
husband's
Illinois.
Superman?
No, but they have a Superman statue in Metropolis, Illinois. Look it up.
Look it up. Diablo Bob, I am not dyslexic. I'm less dixic. You got to get that right. Oh, unless you're being ironically funny by saying the word backward. I see what you're doing. I know what your joke is.
Oh, you live in Virginia now. Cool.
Party on, Boffin. Party on.
Messi says they do. They do. Oh, maybe the Superman statue. That's
Yeah.
what he's saying. They do have. Yes.
That's
So he drove me
they
through
ha- so-
Metropolis one.
I wonder, do they not know that Metropolis is not the Metropolis? That's not where Superman.
They do. It's a thing though. They get tourists. He drove me through Metropolis once, and you can tell it's a very small town. You know, Midwestern, whatever you want to call that. Kind of backwoods, if you ask me. It's very small, and there's like, you know, the main town, and then after that, like there's some small like neighborhoods or whatever, but it's really spread out and very like kind of rural, I guess would be the word I would use, but not like farms everywhere rural either. I don't know, it's hard to describe. Anyways, so they have like this Superman statue in the town area. It's not really a town center. I don't know what to call it.
Square.
They have, you know, sure, but it's not square either. Look, a town square is a very specific thing. But anyways, so in like some of the shops you can see they have like Superman like weekend there.
Yeah, well,
Such
I
a weird
guess,
thing.
I mean, there's a
And
city
that's
in,
it. That's all there is to the town, like
there's a
of
city in Iowa who
Metropolis.
they have a Captain Kirk, a future birthplace of Captain Kirk, 2245 or whatever it is.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's cute.
yeah, he's from Iowa,
You
know.
know somebody when that year comes around, you know somebody is just gonna name their child
Oh, many
James
somebody's
Tiberius.
probably,
Yeah, like
and maybe even Kirk, even though
right.
it's
They're
not the
gonna
same
some
last name.
couple super nerdy, they're gonna change their last names together. They'll be like, we're the Kirks now. And then they're going to plan their pregnancy in such a way that they have a child during that year and pray to God it's a boy. And
Yeah,
then when it is, James Tiberius,
if it's a
welcome to the
girl,
world.
Jamie Kirk. Yeah. So
Right?
I took, I grew up Catholic through no fault of my own. That was an actual line for my joke, for my stand-up act.
Right.
And I took for my confirmation St. James. And why did I do
Aw,
that? Captain Kirk.
gee,
So
that's
my real
cute.
name, my actual real name is Robert William James Orr Toohey. ORR.
ORR. I've
That
seen that name before somewhere.
famous hockey player Bobby Orr is my fourth uncle or something
I
like
don't
that.
want hockey.
He's dead. Wait, is he dead? I don't know. I've
I
never
don't
met him.
have any famous family members.
I bet you do. Do your DNA
Oh wait,
like
yes,
I
I
do.
do. I have an uncle. I have an uncle who was okay, this is gonna sound really bad. I have an uncle who was a serial bank robber in Southern California.
Nice.
He was in the news and he went to jail for it. In the 80s, late 80s. Are you Googling it?
No.
I
I'm
didn't tell you
Googling.
which side of the family it was from.
I'm Googling
My
Bobby Orr to
mother's
see
or
if
my
he's still
father's.
alive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he is alive.
Um,
Hey, he kind of looks like me. Wow. That's
I
kind
do
of
have a
freaky.
famous family member.
Whoa. There's a definite
Whoa.
family resemblance there. I've never seen a picture of him. He's 72 though.
Well, I want to see. Put it in Discord.
Okay, hold on. Here, no, I'll just put it on the stream.
How do you pronounce that? Notham bucolic? What does that word mean? Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it kind of looks a little like me, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's freaking me
Even
out,
the
man.
eyebrows. The
Yeah.
same brow shape.
I wonder if his were white till he was 13 like me. Okay. Back to this one. That. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Ugh,
Town trapezoid.
trapezoid. No, it
Is the
wasn't a I don't
statue
know
in the
what it
town
is.
trapezoid? That's funny.
Like it was just like a main street. One main street though.
Yeah. Metropolis, one stoplight, one McDonald's, one gas station, one Superman statue, two houses. The end. Now you're out.
James Tiberius Kirk Rubenstein.
Are you saying that that's Rubenstein? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
that's how you would say it if you were Jewish.
Is it?
All right, let me Americanize that for you. Rubenstein.
Yeah, I thought if you said it, you're Jewish, you're supposed to say Rubenstein. We're closed. That's what I thought you would say it as.
I can't. Sometimes I can't help it. If I see a name like that, I will the S. Okay, whatever you call that. But it's like I can't help it. What's the word for that? There's a word for that. I can't help it. It looked like a Jewish name, kind of. Rubenstein.
Is it? So one of my masks for COVID is that Ida made me is a Spider-Man, right? and I call it the mask of my favorite Jewish superhero, Jacob Spiderman.
Stupid.
That's not stupid. That's funny.
I meant like, haha, that's so stupid.
Yeah,
I
I know.
laugh.
I had a girlfriend who would she would say, "You stupid." But
Aw,
she
I'm
was
not
no,
insulting
but
you.
she meant what you meant. She meant that that's funny.
Right.
But
But
you're like,
saying
you're
your stupid has a different
yeah, like
connotation than
stupid, like yeah, but
haha,
no, but
I'm
she was
stupid.
doing what you're doing, which is your brain is somehow comedically broken, sir. Like that's what you were saying.
Yes. Okay.
Jacob Spiderman, he's my favorite Jewish superhero.
Spider-Man. Wasn't Spider-Man's name Peter Parker?
Peter Parker, yeah. But
Okay, wait, I'm
all
not
the
very
superheroes are most of
oh,
the superheroes are Jewish. Superman, um,
Superman? Okay, sure.
Batman,
Oh,
they're all
no.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Um, Batwoman. You have to say
Batwoman.
"man" at the end.
Uh,
Um,
Wonder Woman.
yeah, Wonder Woman. Robin. No, I
The
said
Flash.
Caesar. I specifically said superheroes. Robin is not a superhero. He's a
Or
sidekick.
Chicago Blackhawk hero of mine. Wait, what?
Oh, yes. Bobby Orr was a Blackhawk. He's a Chicago Blackhawk.
Why did he write Robin? My name,
Because
but spelled wrong?
no, he's writing Robin like Batman and Robin.
Oh, Batman and Robin. Okay. Wow, I
But then
feel really
I
dumb.
corrected
I
him
get it
because
now.
I said superheroes, and he is not a superhero.
Oh, that's mean.
No,
Robin
no.
totally is a superhero. He has his own line of comics and everything.
Right, but he's Nighthawk or whatever. What's his name?
No, I'm talking about the Legendary Adventures of Robin or whatever it was called.
Okay.
He's a fucking superhero, Rob.
All right.
Look, I have a special place in my heart for Robin,
I do too.
the
Burt Ward has
superhero.
giant penis. I know all about that show.
The Wonder Twins. I don't even know who the Wonder. Look, my comic book like DC and Marvel knowledge is really small. I know like a little bit and I've read some comics and I've seen some of the movies. I haven't seen all the movies. I still haven't seen Endgame, Avengers Endgame because ooh, Rob, let me tell you a story
What?
because I hate
Okay.
spoilers as much as you do.
Yeah.
So
Don't do it.
when Endgame, the new Avengers movie, well, it's not that new anymore, but when it came out, what, last year or year before last? Okay, so people on Twitter are assholes. And I saw people tweeting about it. So what I did was mute like the hashtags, Avengers. You can mute certain hashtags so that you don't see them pop up in your timeline. This
Yeah.
is for if you are very averse to spoilers, which I am. So I muted, right? But then somebody I fucking follow tweeted about it and spoiled the movie for me. And they didn't use the hashtag because they were talking about Avengers. And I was very angry with this person. I like
Yeah.
unfollowed them. I was so angry. And they were like somebody I was well acquainted with. Anyways, so they spoiled something that happens in the movie. I was so upset. So I still haven't seen it because I was so upset about the spoiler that we haven't watched the movie.
But maybe now you forgot the spoiler, so then now you can watch it.
No, I remember the spoiler. How could I possibly forget it? It's huge. Giggity.
So, so yeah, because I hate spoilers, but then like if somebody says, "Oh, you haven't seen Crying Game? It's a dude." Well, okay, 30 years if I haven't seen the movie, that's on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like E.T. goes home. Really? Why'd you spoil it for me? You know.
I know. Thanks. Well, I don't mind
Yeah.
if the movie's like super old.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because
like if you, I think
yeah.
25 years is my like you're allowed to spoil something if it's 25 years ago.
10,
Although
30.
I still don't
10
like
years old. Tell
I,
me about it.
I
Give a
still don't
shit.
like I still don't like spoilers in general because of my thing where if like a decade goes by, I'll forget the plot of a movie and I might want to watch it again because it'll be fun and it'll be like a new movie to me, and so don't spoil it. Just no spoilers, everybody. Caesar
But
never
like,
saw
I
E.T.
don't
What kind of when did you join Al Qaeda, Caesar? What is the problem?
I care more for TV shows and books. I, read a lot of novels and I watch a lot of TV shows. So I really, really, really do not want people to spoil things for me. So anytime
Yeah.
I say I'm watching a show, I always preface that with no spoilers, please. Because people will automatically respond when you tell them you're watching a new show. They'll be like, "Oh my god, I love that part where XYZ," and I'm like, "Damn it, I'm not that
Yeah.
far yet, you fucking
People
asshole."
people don't even. Oh God. Oh, that's even worse than mispronunciations.
What?
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoiler. I agree. It is much worse. I will listen to mispronounced words all day long
Oh,
if that was my choice.
if I've recorded the
Mispronounced
Seahawks
words for
game and
spoilers.
you want to tell me anything about the Seahawks game before I've watched it, I'd rather you say to me nuclear 50,000 times before you tell me anything about the
Yes.
Seahawks
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yep.
maybe this year we won't have to worry about it because no sports.
Caesar's never seen E.T.?
I know. That's why I asked him when did he join
I've
Al-Qaeda.
seen E.T. That's shocking. I've never seen the Goonies though. But I think we did download it. Oh, we downloaded Godfather. So I'm gonna watch that one of these days. I would just rather watch TV.
Oh.
So I should get Battlestar Galactica next.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. I'm so glad Bob typed etc. in the chat again. So a lot of people that say etc. If you ask them how do you spell the abbreviation for it, they'll tell you ECT, period.
Which drives me crazy.
And
yes,
I'm like, well, at least that explains why you're saying it wrongly, because wrongly is not a word. Because it's ETC, and they go, it is. Like they're so blown away. I'm like, have you read any books ever? I don't do stupid.
I will never forget ETC because in World of Warcraft, how nerdy do I sound? In World of Warcraft, there is a band, like a fictional band of Tauren characters. They're like minotaurs if you've never played D&D or World of Warcraft. Anyways, there's a band and they're called Elite Tauren Chieftain, and all of their stuff says ETC on it. Okay, yeah, it's hard for me to forget.
That's,
okay.
Yep. There's some tricks.
Sorry, Rob.
There's some tricks that I've taught myself as a younger person that I haven't forgot. Like, there's a rat and separate.
Bob said spoiler. It's nothing to do with the story. They're just like a thing.
Ban her. Ban her. There's a rat and separate. Because some words, when I'm spelling them out, I do have to think about it. Like, for some reason, restaurant, I have to, is it A-R-U, is it A and then A-U?
Oh no, I never forget that one. I'm an incredibly good speller.
How does and modest too. How does do you not have to do anything? You just spell it. You don't have to think about it. You just
RESTAURANT restaurant.
So there's a rant in every restaurant. That's how I'll remember it from now
right.
on. There's a rant in every restaurant.
I just remember it as rest. Rant.
Yeah. And is it
restaurant?
Is the dessert and desert? Is the dessert has 2 scoops?
Ooh, there used to be a mnemonic for this one, but it's there's 2 S's in dessert because the desert is so dry it doesn't deserve an extra S.
Okay, that's what I thought. I before E except after C.
Exactly.
Or in a word that rhymes with A, such as neighbor and way, and you'll always be wrong no matter what you say. That's a tough rule. That's a hard rule.
Caesar brings up a good one. I hate the way 90% of people pronounce February.
So
people say February, which is so weird.
So I say February.
No,
I also pronounce the word MONTHS as if it were spelled MUNCE, months.
Months.
No. There's no TH in there.
Yes, there is.
Months.
Spell months.
So now is what you do. Hold on, let me go. I'm gonna go listen to Google say
He's gonna spell
February.
MUNCE months. Because that's what it sounds like you're saying.
Yeah.
February. Also, library. I hate the way people say library too.
Listen to this stream.
February.
There's no fucking 2 R's in that word.
February.
In
It's
what word?
February.
But there is 2 R's in that word.
No, I know that. Well, so how do you say
there
you don't
are 2 R's in that
right,
word.
there is 2 R's. But you don't
Got
say
myself.
Robin, you don't say pterodactyl, do you? Because there's a P in there,
No,
so why don't you say
the P is silent though.
Well, this first R is silent in February.
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
Listen to the internet. The ultimate authority.
The internet? Rob, do you believe everything you read on the internet?
I'm not reading, I'm listening.
February.
Do you listen to the stream?
You believe everything you hear on the internet?
No, but I believe what I've been saying for 54 years.
February.
Oh, so do you say library then?
No, because that's pronounced library. I'm not a psycho.
Okay.
So,
ooh, I also when people
February,
say
if you look up
supposedly.
February, the first pronunciation is Febyoo, February. The second pronunciation is February.
Ooh. Nafim said when people say should have, it is should have, and the contraction should have sounds like should of, but
Right.
the contraction is words should have. Same goes for could have, would have,
Right.
etc., etc.,
I don't
etc.
have a problem with the pronunciation should have because it just sounds like you're saying should of. But if you write
But don't type should of.
should of, I'm coming to your fucking house. Yeah.
Like, doesn't even make grammatical sense, those 2 words being right next to each other. Like, read what you're writing. It doesn't make sense. Should of.
Oh, yeah,
what?
that's a big
I didn't
one.
get it.
I can't believe that hadn't been mentioned yet. GWD is supposedly.
Yeah, I don't like that one either. Why are we're just being mean now.
No,
We're being mean.
I don't consider it being mean.
Things wrong. February.
Like, if somebody gets in their car and backs out of their driveway.
Ooh, all of the variants of February are I lost my spot. Are in frequent use and widely accepted.
Yeah, but Weedness Day, Caesar.
Wednesday is a weird one.
Weedness Day.
Did you know originally it was Woden's Day?
No,
yes, you heard that right. Woden, the Norse god, who Americans also call him Odin. But yes, the day, Wednesday, the name of the day, Wednesday, came from the Norse day, Woden's Day. Thursday is also named after Thor.
I didn't know that.
Tuesday, I think originally used to be Tears Day. Maybe that was Thursday.
Do you know what Monday is?
Whatever. No, I don't. That's
Moon.
The moon. I know Saturday is after Saturn, the Roman god.
Sunday is after what?
The sun.
The sun. Yeah, Caesar, we covered that. And Bob, I think you meant more of a Z than an S. It's not Wednesday, it's Wednesday.
But yes, I wish it was still just called Woden's Day. That's easier to say, and when you write it out, would make more sense. Yeah. Woden's Day. Why is it called Wednesday now? And why do we pronounce it Wednesday?
The same
just
reason
change
you
it back.
February is because there's no R in it.
February. I don't give a shit. I will die on that hill.
I honestly don't know. It's not that I've never heard anyone ever say it, but I just don't know any people that say February. I can't even say it. It's hard for me. I have to concentrate to say it that way.
So wait, are you supposed to pronounce it Wednesday?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay. No. I say Wednesday.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's Wednesday. Like, Wednesday.
Oh, no, Wednesday? I like
Wednesday.
That. Wednesday. Ooh, yes. Prescription and prescription.
You just said it the same way.
I don't like when people say.
You said it the same way.
No, no, I didn't. Listen to me. Prescription versus prescription. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Prescription is incorrect. It's a prescription.
It's a prescription because you're prescribing. You're not prescribing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had something prescribed
Okay,
to you.
GWD, I have some information. As of 2020, the word fucking irregardless is now an accepted form, and I have to move to Canada.
If something happens every 2 years, how is that referred to?
That is
Biannually.
biannually. I heard someone on TV yesterday or day before say, why does biannual mean both twice a year and every 2 years? And I thought to myself, it doesn't, and you're fucking wrong and stupid.
But, fun fact, it actually does, Rob.
What?
Yes.
No.
So, also, the same can be said for the word biweekly. Biweekly can mean both, either twice a week or every 2 weeks. It works both ways.
I don't like
It
it.
is acceptable both ways.
I don't like it.
Which is why I hate when people use the word bi-weekly, because now that I know it works for both, I don't know which one you fucking mean. Do you mean every other week or do you mean twice a week? That's a big fucking difference.
Oh god.
We're gonna play our D&D game bi-weekly.
Oh.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh my god. I can't go on living.
I
at
know,
this
you're
point.
welcome. I just broke your world,
Oh my
didn't
god.
I?
I fucking have to just kill myself.
So
now.
I humbly and deeply beg people, please do not ever use bi-weekly, biannually, bi-monthly, because they technically do mean both. It can mean either twice whatever or every other whatever, which fucking drives me crazy. You're welcome, Rob. I broke Rob, you guys.
I can't believe what I'm reading here. This seems like a fucking joke.
It works both ways, right? Fucking crazy. You're welcome.
So
I
here's what I
win.
want everybody to do. You say semi-weekly for twice a week, and you say fortnightly
that.
for every 2 weeks.
Fortnightly.
That's right. It's
I always
real.
forget how
It's real.
long a fortnight is.
It's 14 days.
20 days? Oh,
14 days.
14 days. I always forget. It's such a archaic
Oh, here's how you can remember it. It's
number.
it's not spelled the same, but it's F-O-R-T, not F-O-U-R-T, but 14. 4. That's how you can remember it.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
40.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will try to remember that.
Um,
I don't know why I've been so bad at remembering how long a fortnight is. How long is a score? You know, like
20.
score and 20. Oh, see, that's why I always get them mixed up.
So
Okay.
you can
Got it.
you can figure out when the Gettysburg Address was by taking 1776 and adding 4 times 20 plus 7, 87. You can figure out what year the Gettysburg Address was.
Oh, right. Yeah.
If you don't know that it was 1863.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 score is 80. That's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Look, I'm learning
Thanks.
new stuff. You're welcome for breaking bi-weekly, bi-monthly for you.
I'm
It's just what I do. I
What's
couldn't cause
what's
havoc.
biennial, Bob? Is with an E? Biennial. I've never heard that.
Biannual would be either twice a year or every other year.
Biennial. Oh, that's a fucking real word. Every other year.
With an E?
Yeah, biennial.
Oh.
Biennial.
Oh, right, because
Biennial.
you wouldn't say, yeah, I see what he's saying. Because a
A biennial
centennial,
plant comes up every 2 years. Oh,
they
my
switch
God.
the A for an E in the word centennial.
Yeah. So there's a big argument of, I mean, one of them is correct and one of them's not, but it's all of a sudden or all of the sudden. And people's answer to that is just say suddenly. Don't fuck with anything. Just say suddenly. Don't ruin your life over it. Just say suddenly.
Right, Bob, you missed the part where Rob learned that if you say by and then a period of time, like a month, a week, a year, whatever.
Oh, Bob, you must have stepped away from your computer.
Legally, well, that's not the right word. It legally could mean both.
It's legally both. It's legally both.
It can mean every other month or week or whatever, or it can mean twice a month or week or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We looked it up.
Yeah.
I've
I
looked
know
it up
about
before
Fanny
because I
Johnson.
saw an advertisement a long time ago for a D&D game that was bi-weekly. And I wanted to inform that person that bi-weekly is very ambiguous.
Yeah, so here's
I
my
was going to
question.
call them and tell them Bi-weekly is very ambiguous. What do you
in-
mean?
In the
Twice a
history of
week?
English,
Twice a
except for
month?
this guy I saw on TV the other day, in the history of the English language, why haven't 75 million people melted down and changed that? Like, why is that so?
I know, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But I think it's because some people are taught that bi-weekly means every other week, and other people are taught that bi-weekly means twice a week. And they don't give a hoot about it until they're older and it matters. And then they argue with somebody who's right and who's wrong, right? Because that's what's happening now. You know, some people are finding out that, oh, they're both work. They're both correct. And yeah, so like why don't we fix it? It's the fucking internet age, you know? Like we could have that shit fixed like that. It should be fixed.
But
We should
Grandma's
invent new
dictionary on the
words.
shelf isn't going to get changed. She's still going to be racist.
Bi-weekly, in my opinion, should mean twice a week because that's what whenever I think of the prefix bi, I think two, double, like on a bicycle, there are two wheels, right? So bi-weekly means twice a week. That, in my opinion, that's what bi-weekly should mean. And we should invent a new word that means every other week, like every 2 weeks or whatever. There should be a different word for that. But bi-weekly, when I
Fortnightly.
see that written, I assume people mean twice a fucking week.
See, and I assume the other way.
Right. It's
Yeah.
because it's what you grew up with, you know,
Yeah.
what you were exposed to.
Look
That's
it
all.
up. Flammable and inflammable. What does that mean, GWD? Those are different.
It does. So, flammable means it is capable of catching fire. And inflammable means it is not capable
Right.
of catching
That's
fire.
correct.
But
Like,
then
this
there's
show is flammable,
EN.
son. That's
There's
right.
also, isn't there also a word en, like inflammable with
No,
the e at the
I
beginning?
don't think so.
I thought there was. Like enflame. That's a word. Inflame.
Inflammable
Maybe
is
I'm
not a word. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. Oh, they mean the same thing? Inflammable and flammable? I thought inflammable
Wait
meant
a minute.
it can't.
Wait. What the fuck is
fire.
happening? Why is the Earth spinning off its axis right now? Inflammable, easily set on fire. This is bullshit.
Oh.
He's right. They're the same word.
Oh, that's weird.
What the fuck?
I
That
never
doesn't
knew
make
that.
what kind
So
of
what's
language?
the opposite of flammable?
Yeah,
Like when
exactly.
you have something that is treated with fireproof
Oh,
treatment, what would you
non-flammable or
call it?
incombustible
Non-flammable.
or
Oh,
fireproof.
what? But then that's so confusing because the prefix "in" means not,
Yeah.
right? When you think of like inconvenient is something not convenient, right? That's inconvenient to me. Or
It's-
inconceivable. Fuck
You're
you,
not-
Princess Bride.
You're not just famous, you're infamous.
Okay, that one's a little different. But do you get what I'm saying? So how can you put that prefix at the beginning of the word flammable and have it not mean the opposite? That doesn't make sense to me. English is stupid. Okay.
English
Is
fucking so stupid.
Is either pronounced either or either? I say either, although I like the ways that either sounds. I think it sounds fancier, but I don't say it.
So, here's the thing.
I think they're both correct.
I say
right?
either.
I say either as well.
But
either sounds better. It's just not natural for me to say that.
I say neither.
I say neither too. I say
don't say
either and neither. Yeah, I don't say neither because it sounds weird. It sounds weird.
Yeah.
We're the same, Rob. I do the same. I say,
I know.
Would you like apples? You know, either an apple or a banana. And then my kids would say, neither. I don't know. It just makes more sense that way.
Yeah, either is, I think, the more common.
Mm-hmm. But then if you say it too fast,
say the
it sounds like you're
word
saying
of the
ether.
paper that you put a letter in and then close it. What is that word?
An envelope.
Yeah. I probably interchange envelope and envelope but I'd probably
Envelope
say
sounds
envelope
weird.
more than.
Envelope.
So here's a word that I've changed since I was young to when I'm old. Say the word for a piece of paper that you take to the store to get a discount.
Coupon.
Yeah, I say coupon now, and I hate myself for it because I think it should be coupon.
Oh,
And
I don't like that.
I said coupon for like the first 30 years of my life, and
Yeah,
then
I
all
don't
of a
like that.
sudden I'm Mr. I think I had some a
People
spoonful
in the
of gray
South say
poupon mustard, and
coupon.
all of a sudden it's
Oh,
coupon.
coupon.
Yeah.
Coupon. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. When you say coupon, it sounds weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Coupon.
So
It's a
Caesar,
coupon.
if you go to the Google and just type in the word, there's two pronunciations for February. The first one is February. The second one is February, which I have to literally concentrate
February.
so hard to say that.
February.
What is the
Ooh,
word?
Miriam says it's February.
Yeah, I just covered
Fuck
that.
you, Rob.
I just covered that, Robin. You missed it.
Sorry. Fuck you.
He's wrong.
Desert.
So,
Dessert.
what is the word? If you do
Dessert.
something a lot, you do it what?
Habitually.
No, it starts with O and ends with N. 5 letters.
Often?
Yeah, there's no T.
I was like,
There is. It's
how many words start with the letter O?
that T in the word often is the same as the first R in February. It doesn't exist.
No, gross. It's often.
No, that's so upsetting.
Yeah, it's because the old word was oft. Look it up. Look up the word oft, O-F-T, and you'll fucking thank me. And the word often comes from the word
Often.
oft.
Often.
I get really angry
Often.
when it comes to word
Okay,
things.
I'm going to show everybody how much of a good guy I am. I'm going to try to say
Aw.
often from now on.
Often.
Often.
Because
Aw.
I've been shown.
Often.
The ladies keep saying often.
Often.
See, Robin, you can't hear it, but the stream's just hearing the word often over and over on stream.
Often.
I just remember like a long time ago, I was reading, I think it was Moby Dick, and the word oft was in Moby Dick. And I remember asking my teacher, it was like, what is this word? It looks like, often, but they forgot the ending. Or like, is this a misprint or whatever? And she was like, oh no, that's the old version of often. And the word often came from the word oft. Oft is like the older version of that word, which is weird. Why would we make the
Foyer.
word longer? Why wouldn't we just still say oft?
Foyer.
Isn't speech and changing of words in order to make them easier, right? So why would we take a word that was already 3 letters and very short and made sense and make it longer? I don't get that. English is weird.
English is stupid. So, I've heard that the acceptable pronunciation of a city in Louisiana is anything you'd like to say other than New Orleans.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can call it New
Well,
Orleans.
there's the
You can
French
call
way.
it Nolans. You can call it
No.
New Orleans. You can
Or-
say anything you want. This is according to people that live there. You can pronounce it any fucking way you so desire. You can call it Louisville for all that
New
we care.
Orleans.
Just don't say New Orleans or we're coming to your house. Louisville.
Well, the French
Oh,
way is Orleans.
what's the state that contains St. Louis?
He said, welcome to my life. Because I'm always correcting him on words. He used to, Rob, in my defense, he used to say antenna. Okay.
You mean the thing on your car for the radio reception?
Yes, an antenna. Antenna.
He used to say
Antenna.
like Dan Tanner.
Antenna. Like
Those-
Hannah Montana antenna.
Still married then, or what's up? Okay.
Yeah, we're still married.
What is the
Look at him,
state
though.
that contains St. Louis, Robin?
St. Louis. Well, St. Louis is in Missouri.
And why isn't it Missouri?
Because that's how Hicks say
Yes!
Missouri.
Here's another one. What is the city that is famous for the Riverwalk in Texas?
I don't know. I've never been to Texas.
It's what is it?
Antonio?
Yeah, and why isn't it San Antone? It's the same answer you gave before. because that's how Hicks
Oh,
say it.
I don't know. I don't understand. It's San Antonio.
Right. People say San Antone. People say Missouri. People say
Really?
Illinois,
Oh,
for
I've heard
Christ's sake.
Missouri. Oh yeah, my brother corrected me on that the first time he moved over here because we lived in California. He moved to Chicago from California, and he was a transplant, and he said it Illinois, and he had people at work, politely correct him. And then the first time I came to visit him, I was like 18, maybe 19 years old, and I came and he was like, "Here's my new house. Here's where I live," whatever. And he was like, "Oh, Robin, by the way, do not say Illinois.
You'll be
They
killed.
don't like
Yeah,
it."
they don't like it.
And I was like, "What?" Yeah, it's Illinois, I guess. It's just weird.
I pronounce it Louisville. I know people say Louisville, Louisville.
Yeah, I
Lazy.
don't like when we lived down there, we lived in Clarksville, Tennessee, right? And I would hear my husband's family say all of these places. And then later on, I would be looking at a map or Google Maps or whatever. And I'd be like, that sounds familiar, but there's no way that that's what they said. For example, my husband's mama, she lives in Greenville, Kentucky, which he and his entire family pronounces as Greenville. I can't even say it the way they say it because they just say it so different. I can't every time. And I'm like, so she lives in where? Because I don't understand half the towns the way they pronounce the names of the places down there. It doesn't make
And
sense.
some spellings of places like Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that one's weird. It's like a Welsh word or something like that. Worcestershire. I don't know.
Worcestershire,
Yeah. I
Mass.
gave up on pronouncing that one a long, long time ago. But that sauce is in my grandpa's meatloaf recipe, though. It's delicious. I don't know how to pronounce
That's
it.
delicious.
Worcestershire. I can't pronounce it.
Worcestershire.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is people say, "Oh, I can't pronounce that," but they can pronounce the sections of it or the different parts of it. They just can't.
Yeah,
put it
but
together.
I also can't say patently the way that you say patently. It's a hard word for me.
Patently stupid.
Lena. Some words are really hard for me, I think, if they have certain hard consonants all like back to back. I have a
I like your
difficulty.
reverse Pac-Man.
I have a difficulty.
That was a reverse Pac-Man you just did.
I have a hard time saying them. Patently is one of those words. I have a really hard time with that word. I also have a hard time with, oh God, cinnamon.
Oh, so
I have to think about that one.
What if I did
every time I say it?
What if I did this for you? Spell it in your head. Patinly. Patently.
Patently. I know, but it's still hard for me to say. Yeah, Messi makes fun of me because I always struggle. You can tell I put effort into the word rural when I say rural because I'm afraid of it coming out wrong. Okay, but in my defense, when I was little, I had a speech impediment, so fuck you.
Wait, here's another one. If you're not from New York, how do you say the word that starts with a T that is a bunch of events put together? A golf or a
tournament?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? You just
because I hate the pronunciation tournament.
But
I
how
say,
you pronounce
I say tournament.
Tournament.
No. I'm not saying
the same thing.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't like I prefer tournament.
Oh, tournament. Oh
Yeah.
God, that's weird. I don't like it.
Tournament.
The first pronunciation is tournament. The second one is tournament.
Nothing. I don't like that one either. Des Moines, Iowa.
So here, okay. So I'm going to tell you something. There's a city in Washington State over near on the Seattle side that is spelled D-E-S, first word, second word M-O-I-N-E-S. Oh. That is pronounced Des Moines, Washington. The city in Ohio is Des Moines. Same spelling, different pronunciation. I got into it with somebody about
Ohio.
It's in Iowa. I say? Iowa. That's what I said.
Ohio. You said Ohio.
Did I?
Ohio, which is also I say hello, good morning in Japanese, I think. Ohio. Okay, anyways, random facts. I
Ohio.
watch a lot of anime. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it means good morning in Japanese. I could be wrong. Somebody
What
in chat will
about?
correct me.
Oh, what was the other one I was gonna ask you just then? If say this word route.
Route.
Yeah. Why isn't it root?
Route. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's only.
That's why.
There's one time when root is acceptable, and that's if you're referring to 66. Then you can say route 66. But if it's otherwise, it's route.
Wrong.
My dad did
All
not.
right, say the one that Caesar wrote. Niche.
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 Niche. It's very niche. People say niche, which I think is actually acceptable, but I prefer niche.
Let's go to my final authority on pronunciation, which is Google.
En route or en route. Yeah, it's
Niche.
en route if you are
the
traveling.
first pronunciation is niche. The second one is niche.
Oh,
wow,
niche.
I don't like it. I'm out.
Sounds
I'm
so
out of
weird.
language.
Sounds like bitch, but with an N.
Bitch? What's up? What's up, niches?
Bitch? What's up, bitches?
What's up, niches?
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Caesar says that, because I know your voice, Rob, but I don't know everybody else's voices very well, even if they're on streams, because sometimes I'll watch the streams, but it's like in the background while I'm working. Anyways, so whenever Caesar comes into chat and he goes, "What's up, bitches?" in chat, in my head, I give it the voice, "What's up, bitches?" That's the voice. It comes.
The voice I hear is this guy that used to play games on my channel. I think he's still around. Wolf, his screen name is Wolf, and he would every time in the game, we would go into a room in the dungeon, and he'd go, I kick open the door, and then there'd just be this podge, and then just very nonchalantly with no energy, he'd go, "What up, bitches?" And we would fucking cackle for like 3 minutes every time he did it. That's kind of where I got it.
That's funny. Prelude.
Oh.
Prelude.
Like Prelude or Prelude? Let's check that one out.
Honda Prelude.
Let's check it out.
I guess Prelude could make sense, but I always say Prelude because my husband always talks about how he used to have a Honda Prelude, and it was like his favorite car or something like that.
I'm not satisfied. The woman is saying
Prelude.
She's saying Prelude. What the fuck?
Oh, that's weird. Prelude.
Yeah, she's saying it.
Prelude. I can't even do it.
Prelude. Fuck.
Prelude.
Yeah, Prelude.
I say Prelude.
Either one.
Prelude. I can't even switch to saying that. It just doesn't feel natural.
Words that have. So, like, this is a good example. Prelude or Prelude. I'm actually okay with either one because the spelling lends you to either one of those. But nuclear is not fucking spelled that way. That's why I melt down on that one.
Oh god, here we go again.
Yeah. It all comes back to nuclear and supposedly and fucking whatever.
And February. Patently. Fuck, I still can't say that word.
Cinnamon.
I have to think about that one before I say it.
Cinnamon. You can say sin, like I go to Las Vegas, Sin City, sin, and then right, the letter and then man.
The problem is
cinnamon.
Sometimes if I'm not thinking before I say it, I'll say synonym because that is faster to say for some reason.
You're saying that a 3-syllable word is faster to say than another 3-syllable word.
I don't know, but it's the way my brain processes the sounds of the words. Okay, look, speech is a very hard thing for me to do. I have to like think and shit. Okay, and cinnamon. Okay, there we go. Cinnamon. Oh, I did it fast.
There you go. See?
Once I say it once, that's fine. But if I'm like, I don't know, it's a hard word.
I think the word synonym is a more difficult thing to form for me than cinnamon.
No, I disagree. Synonym is faster and easier, and it's related to words. How often do you say cinnamon, the spice?
Oh, I think of cinnamon more as used with the word bun.
I don't know, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe I just think of the word synonym more than cinnamon. Fuck
Oh,
that
I'm a
word.
fat
That's a
guy. I think
hard
of
word.
cinnamon way more than I do synonym. Oh
I
yes.
didn't even speak, so I'm
We
always
covered that,
writing
Scuba.
shit.
Library.
Why is colonel spelled colonel? Also, why do British people pronounce lieutenant as lieutenant? That one
Both.
will always
Yeah.
bug me.
So
There's no
colonel.
in that
Colonel is
word
a
at
French
all.
word. Colonel. Just watch Hogan's Heroes. He actually says colonel. Colonel Hogan. It's hard to say. Colonel. And
I
yeah,
know.
lieutenant.
Lieutenant. That's how British people pronounce the
Yeah,
word
well, British
lieutenant.
people. I mean, let's just. That's a whole different aluminium.
They
That's a
had it
3 hour.
first.
Yeah, well, so they say. So they say.
But I just lieutenant. Where's the F in that word? I
There's
don't get
not,
it.
and they don't even spell it that way. They spell it lieutenant like we do. We
Yeah,
racist.
they spell it the way we do, and they
Yeah,
pronounce it lieutenant.
but
And
also, I
like,
mean,
I hear it all.
that's a different 3 hour show. These fucking Brits with their whole.
I know.
I mean,
We
why
gotta
are we
go.
here?
I
We
have
ran away from their craziness, right?
Rob.
Huh?
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we did. I
11
was just gonna.
o'clock.
I was gonna wait one more minute, and then I was gonna tell you. Look at me. Don't look at the clock. How long have we been doing?
Oh my
3
god.
hours, Robin.
I need to go to bed.
Don't get me started.
Rob,
Okay.
I was supposed to do recording tonight for something fancy I'm doing voice work for.
Oh, how come? When is
But
that?
now
Is it? Do you have a due date or anything?
I do have a due date. Yes.
Well, I'm
I was waiting
sorry.
for a follow-up question. No, it's fine. I'm gonna just do it tomorrow during my kid's nap, I guess.
Okay. Recording stuff for
Fine.
Sirenscape.
Yeah. But like in an official
So I'm gonna do
sound
you. I'm gonna
set.
do you the best thing I've done since you've known me. You're gonna so love me for saying this. When you're doing your recording tomorrow, don't think about tonight's show and don't fuck up any pronunciations.
I won't think. Okay, look, listen.
Listen.
I'm just doing lines. So you know how Cursive Strahd is getting like a revamp
Yeah.
or whatever? They're gonna
Yeah.
do a sound set for the Cursive Strahd revamp.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play a girl who thinks she's a cat.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
doing voice lines for like a girl who thinks she's a cat. So I'll be meowing.
Haha, very good. I can't wait. I have a
It's gonna be
subscription.
ridiculous.
I'll hear all about it.
Yes, you will.
All right. Very good. That's a record, everybody. 3 hour show. Never done it.
You did it.
Might not
It
do it
happened.
again for a long time. So we do our
Indeed.
24-hour charity stream. I don't know. Did I just back us into a corner? Fuck, I don't know.
Oh, we should do one of those one of these days.
Yeah, we
Oh
should.
my god.
Not today, evidently. All right.
Not today, no.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Robin. Thanks to all your English speakers out there with all your. Just everybody make sure when you move, if you're going to change cities, make sure you move to San Antone, Missouri. Just do it.
San
you
Antone,
go.
Missouri.
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks for the
Dragon Bait,
cheerbits.
thank you so much.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Des Moines, Illinois. Just remember, they rhyme. That's how you do it. All right, we're going to end it here, everybody. Thanks so much. And we'll see you next time. Good gaming, everyone.